watch angels fall from the sky, and every night that the sun still sets, I pray they don't take mine. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a VeVe, OMI, DEFFINITY, DEVVE, daCAT, SHIRO update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon. Smash that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. We do have quite a bit to go over today. I'm not going to do a 4-hour stream like I did last night. I'll do between 2 and 3, unless people want to go insane with buy orders and super chats. You know, well, we shall see. I'll keep you all posted. Going over and looking at what should we do over first. We've increased users. Let me get to some of these. Let me share some of these things first. Let me go to Telegram and share with the cat whales, Shiro Nico fat cats, and then the cat token. We're like, come shill the best cat token there is. Yeah. Okay. And I'll have to get to the, I guess we'll start with Shiro. So Shiro, what we have recently, as far as their stats and their staking goes, there are 4% of it is staked at 148 stakers. There are 20,155 Shiro holders, and there's 18.31% of the supply that's burnt. That is about 3.27 million. I repeat, $3.27 million that has been burnt, which equates to about 183 billion of that supply. So they, I'm sorry, there have been 183 trillion of their supply is burnt. So you have a really massive burn there. At $20 million market cap, they'll go in and burn more. Shiro, I think, currently has a 17-ish million. It wasn't a ton of action today. The stock market finally closed positive for the week, so that's very bullish on what's going to happen for stocks next week. What's crypto going to do on the weekend? I'm not sure. It's been very choppy, which not bad if you're looking to accumulate, looking to hodl, whatever. Nothing really big either up or down, which is weird because there was a lot of, I think it was options that expired today for both Bitcoin and Ethereum. There was a couple of, I think a couple of $1 billion worth on that. Fully diluted valuation, or the market cap for Shiro, is 17.8 million right now. Not a ton of volume, 1.8 million. The past couple of days, like last week, it's been averaging around like 3. So 1.8 is a dip in volume, but with that being said, the dip in volume didn't really affect it one way or the other. It's actually up 1.5% on the day. So being up 1.5% on the day, especially when other stuff is kind of falling or stagnant. Again, not bad. At the end of the day, it's just 1.5%, so it's not too huge. I was talking to a buddy of mine. So talking to a buddy of mine, he said, "Hey, I watched your channel for a bit last night, and you have all these tokens. Like we don't talk that often." And he's just like, "Tell me about some of these other things. Tell me about what they are." And so he knows about OMI and DEFFINITY. He didn't really know about DEVVE as much, and I just tried to explain to him, "Hey, this is the fastest blockchain ever. Their sharding technology that they have, they can be regulatory compliant in every facet of like the world." And it took a little while. He understood. Like I needed to explain that first, because that was like the most technical thing. That was the thing that had the business backing it. When we go to Shiro and daCAT and talking about pre-revenue, he's like, these market caps are so low. I mean, again, he knew about DEFFINITY. He has DEFFINITY. And it's like, why do you think these will do well? I was like, well, pre-revenue, the longer your pre-revenue is, the longer that, hey, we're doing all this. And the mechanics of Shiro are really awesome. And I've said this to Foster. I've said this to the VeVe team. I've said this to all of these. Get a Telegram back, so that this way, when somebody posts something, everyone could click like go raid it, and then these people just go in and like that's what Shiro does every day. For Elon Musk, for Raoul Paul, for like probably Doge, like anyone that has like a couple 100,000 followers or more, they're in there raiding every day. They're in there getting that bread. And I told my friends, like, yeah, well, I'll get a little bit more in July. He's like, well, I'm gonna get a little some right now. Like, okay. And this way he has the wallet. He goes in, just says he didn't put in a ton. And then for daCAT, I told him we would try to work out a deal, where because he has a lot, or he has a lot of money, and he doesn't like for daCAT. It's so little little volume. Anyway, last thing on SHIRO, they've been up to, like, if you go in there, we are at, what are we at now? The 7017. They were at 605. So they were up at a quite large of a market cap back in December of 24. Obviously, they had a big strong dip, as did everyone. But again, I just like the token. I like the community. SHIRO finally followed me back, so I'm very happy about that. And then going to daCAT over here, which a much better day than pretty much anyone else. Up about 14% on the day. They have only 13,000 in volume, but again, that's how quickly these things go. It would be one thing if ETH was up and they were up with it. It's like, okay, you're paired with ETH, you know, that makes sense. You're up the same amount, same time. But ETH is actually down. Well, it's flat today. It's up like 0.1%. It's down like 0.8% over the last hour. It's at 25.47. So it's nothing that's neither here nor there. But the fact that daCAT just, again, 14% on the day, up 268% over the last month. I don't think it's had a down day in. Shoot. I need to go double shoot. So maybe one of these days up more recently over there might have been a down day, but for the most part, that monthly chart looking pretty epic, if I do say so myself. Even on like the 3 month, you go back, okay, well, what did it look like 3 months ago, not just 1 month? It because that was still in like the downturn of the trade war. You think that's kind of why. We are looking at a bit of resistance here because the last couple of times, like, you know, you see that W forming. The last couple of times we were there, and you could really, that last one, maybe like a large cup and handle. We trade sideways for a bit and then we go up. But at the end of the day, it's still a $1.6 million market cap. It's very, very, it's close. I think like a month and a half ago, we're at like 400 something thousand. Very close to doing a 4x in like 45 days, which is really not bad. And none of these guys have sold yet. And some of these guys have dollar cost averages that we're buying at like $500,000. It's like, damn, that is wild. So again, is it risky the longer you go because you have a little bit of people that sell every now and then and take some profit? Absolutely. But be advised, as far as that goes, we have over $350,000 in liquidity, which is quite a lot for a market cap of only 1.6 million. And I know I keep bringing that up every day, but that is something that I am pretty proud of. Anyhow, oh, thank you, SHIRO, oh, thank you everybody for reposting my stuff. I appreciate it. But yeah, I mentioned DEVVE a little bit ago, so let me go back to DEVVE now. Up 2% on the day to 56 cents, almost 57. It wicked down to like 51 cents yesterday, and that was wild. You see that kind of the same thing forming on here that did as daCAT. But obviously, again, I don't know. They've had things happen that has not been interpreted correctly by the overall crypto market, such as Will Stewart coming on board, such as all these amazing partnerships, Daily Bot coming on, and they still haven't announced who their exchange partner is. I think until they do that, we're probably gonna stay down here, maybe even go a little bit lower. We'll see. Let's take a look at the last 3 months and what the lows were. We're like right at that, and that's a very nice level of support. But the downtrend again over the last few months is the trend is down. If we break through that, where do we go? I mean, if we break through the 51, 54 cent mark, and we go down to the 40 cent mark, do we continue to go down to the 30s? If you look at the max, obviously there was a time we were at like 12 cents. It doesn't show it. It shows 14, but I'm telling you, we down to 12 at one point. Yeah, maybe. I don't think so. I mean, maybe you have people that, and I saw somebody the other day, they swapped like $2,800 of Definity for DEVVE, and it was somebody that follows me. Maybe they were just thinking, okay, they're in the DEVVE Telegram now, and that's really active, and maybe they saw something bullish there, like, okay, I'm just gonna split this up a little bit. And the dude has like $20-something thousand worth of DEVVE, so it's not like he didn't have any to begin with. He has a decent amount, and Yeah, I continued. I was meeting with a client the other day and talking about OMI, DEVVE, and DEFINITY are our biggest bags. And I told him that DEVVE, out of those three, might be the one that goes up like the least, like gun to my head. Maybe it only does like a 30x from here, and it's round down to 50 cents. So like $15, if it only did that. And hopefully if it did do that, and again, I don't really see it moving, at least from announcements until the exchange partner is announced. And then once that's announced, they should roll out the actual exchange like pretty soon after that. I think they want to announce who the partner is, but I think they are being handcuffed for some reason. And they told us on Telegram the other day, it's going to be at the latest. They'll roll out at the same time, which I think would be really stupid. But again, sometimes regulations and stuff, they make you do that. What's up, Zuri at SHIRO? Get that bread, fam. Get it, Zuri. Will Gardner landed the ultra rare. Oh, good. I can't wait to go over that. We'll go over that in a minute. But we're on DEVVE now. We'll go to DEFINITY here next. DEFINITY had a great day great couple of last few days. Today, I don't think there was like any buy volume. I don't think there was any buy. There's $5,600 in volume, but we're down like 7% on the day. So I'm gonna say that a lot of it was sell volume. We're still at 4.1 cents though, so really not bad. 8 hours ago, we had a $600 buy. Pretty much that was it. There was one buy order today for $600. There was one 22 and 23 hours ago for $172, $325. But the rest of it was just sales. And that was the volume. But again, despite that, yeah, getting again down 7%, but we're still at 4.1 cents. So I'm okay with it. This is generally where it kind of trades usually. Like we had that wicked dip, like right there. But we're fine. I'm assuming that bottomed at 1.3 cents whenever it did that, like a couple months ago. Let me see here. Yeah, it was like 1.3 cents. And if you would have bought there, you would have tripled up already. I did buy there. I did buy a little bit there. President Trump says he's willing to travel to China for trade talks with Xi Jinping. That's very good. I wish people would stop texting me so I could get these screenshots without having to take a screenshot again. Anyway, so DEFINITY, they did, I don't know if I could say this. They did something recently where they're going to, how I was saying that Manu confirmed, CEO confirmed on the podcast like a month and a half ago. Yeah, we're doing well into 6 figures each month. They're doing something that within a month from now, you'll see well, you won't see it, but the amounts that they're generating and they're able to add to their P&L each week, each month is going to grow pretty significantly. And even Manu said by summer, they should be doing around $1 million a month added to their P&L, which is awesome. So by the end of the year, it could be like well above that, whether it's crypto repo, crypto gaming, whatever it is that they're doing. A lot of it seems to be coming together. I do want to get a little bit more. Again, it would have been nice. I would have got a little bit more, at 1.5 cents, whatever it was. Account notice. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Shoe low mint. Thank you. This is the one that I think can do the highest. 1000x. 1000x gets it to, 6 billion. Even if it just does 100x and goes to 626 million, that's so golden. And from the looks of it, this looks like it might move first. If DEVVE's not going to do the announcements and the NFT narrative, we don't know when that's coming, but I see it like people are buying a lot of stuff. In fact, there's this article I want to read and I'll get into it right now. So digital collectibles market poised for 17.3% CAGR growth. I don't even know what that stands for. Reaching 54 billion by 2035. And this is from EIN Presswire, EIN Presswire saying, digital collectibles reshape entertainment and gaming as blockchain drives global adoption. According to Mr. Fact MR. I don't know what that means. A market research and competitive intelligence provider, the digital collectibles market was valued at 7.164 million. Was that all right? 7.1 billion. I hate it when they put 7,164 million. You can't just put 7.1 billion. That would make things so much easier. Okay, I'm sorry. Was valued at 7.1 billion in 2024 and is expected to grow at a rate of 17.3% during the forecast period of 2025 to 2035. Digital collectibles market is experiencing a profound transformation as blockchain technology redefines how ownership, value, and creativity are perceived in virtual environments. Blockchain technologies support the development of secure digital assets that include gaming items, mixed with virtual real estate, along with exclusive art pieces and brand memorabilia through NFTs and smart contracts and decentralized platforms. Blockchains have revolutionized entertainment sports along with the gaming ecosystems through humanity's preference for tokenized experiences that improve user engagement and build brand loyalty and enhance monetary potential. Youth consumers are at the forefront of adopting digital-first ownership modes as these systems deliver solutions that blend accessibility and usability with transferability and personalized ownership distinctions. Sustainability is also reshaping the market, with platforms moving toward energy-efficient blockchains to address environmental concerns. Innovations like AI-generated collectibles and subscription-based NFT memberships are expanding functionality and recurring value. As industries embrace Web3 infrastructure and metaverse integration, digital collectibles are becoming foundational to global digital economies, offering new avenues for expression, commerce, and community building. Now, there's some key takeaways from this market study. The digital collectibles market is projected to grow at a 3% rate to reach 54 billion by 2035. The market is expected to create an absolute money opportunity of 43 billion between 2025 and 2035. North America is currently the leading region, estimated to account for 4% of the global market shares in 2035. North America is projected to generate a significant absolute dollar amount of 11 billion during the forecast period. The convergence of digital ownership, expanding metaverse ecosystems, youth-driven demand for immersive experiences will be key factors propelling the market growth. Leading players driving innovation in the digital collectibles market. Key players in the digital collectible industry include VeVe, number one. VeVe is number one. I will repeat that. Key players in the digital collectible industry include VeVe, NBA Top Shot, Intel Creations, Panini America, Larva Labs, Funko Digital Pop, Candy Digital, Soar, Tops NFTs, and Zedrun. So out of the top 10 there, VeVe is straight up number one. Gotta love that. Digital collectibles market is evolving through strategic collaborations between NFT platforms, luxury brands, and cultural institutions. Companies are adopting digital models by pairing physical goods with digital versions to increase collector appeal. Marketplaces are rolling out advanced curation tools and integrating augmented reality for richer user experiences. Platforms are also building regulatory compliant. We got super chat. Let's get this bread. Educational campaigns are helping onboard new users unfamiliar with Web3, while localized content strategies are enabling deeper market penetration through culturally relevant digital offerings tailored to regional audiences. For example, April 2025, M Squared introduced Chunked, a fully on-chain MMO sandbox game built in under 3 weeks, leveraging Somnia's EVM-compatible blockchain. Chunked records every player action on-chain, eliminating traditional servers. The innovation showcases real-time, decentralized gaming, emphasizing transparency, player ownership, and extensibility in blockchain-based entertainment. Digital collectibles industry news. April 2025, Altered produced its integrated marketplace and print-on-demand service, enabling players to trade digital cards and purchase tournament legal physical copies directly within the app. A hybrid model bridges digital and physical experiences, boosting both accessibility and collectability in the evolving trading card landscape. Early October 2024, the Pokemon Company launched Pokemon trading card game Pocket, mobile app focused on digital collectibles. Players can collect visually immersive cards through booster packs, offering a streamlined, non-blockchain experience that reimagines Pokemon collecting for mobile-first audiences. I really like how they put non-blockchain in there. And that is it. So again, super excited that when they go in and they post about the key players in the digital collectible industry, VeVe is first mentioned. Gotta love that. It's a nice little article from EIN Presswire. I thought that was very nice of them. Shout out to them. Yep, love the cat. Oh, thank you all, everyone, for saying the cat is amazing. I'll say let's go. Thank you to Kinsey saying, yep, love the cat. Give him a couple of smiley faces over there. All right, let's do, oh yeah, we didn't talk about OMI. Let's do that right now. and then we'll get into some of the news, shall we? Oh, and then we'll get into the VeVe users increased sales. So we were down about 0.8% on the day to 0002. Very not up or down. It's whatever. It's pretty flat. We had, how much volume do we have here? $1 million in volume. The volume just keeps going down. Like that, there is nothing in here. And again, there was a buddy of mine yesterday, like, hey, I want to purchase $250,000, dollars worth of OMI, and there's just no liquidity there. So I have to go. I don't want to be this person that just texts all the time. Where's this dude's name? So I told this person yesterday I am going to be able to get someone to help him out with it. Hopefully get a little commission. And I said, let me know if he wants to be able to like send a wire or how I'll pay, and I'll get the necessary info. Obviously to move $250,000 might take just a little bit of time. So I'm going to give him a day or so on that, and I'll keep you all posted. Thank you to everyone that is here. Actually, I'll do, let me go to my YouTube over here, and I want to ask you guys something, if y'all would. Oh, we got Mandalorian on the, okay. So if y'all can just smash that like button. That is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon. So super thanks button down below, super chats as well. Be super great. And then I don't know why my screen keeps going blank. I mean, I know why my screen keeps going blank. It's because my screen just shuts off. Anyway, VeVe increases users. Let's take a look at this here. They've got in the last like 9 days, all right, so May 7th to May 15th, they're averaging over 1,000 users a day. This hasn't happened in months. Like there were days in like March that were like, okay, you have 1,000 a day, but let me go back to it. The 1,000 users a day has not happened in a long time. Yeah, mid-April averages was like 700. Fucking pathetic. All right, mid-March, there was a time from March 11th through like March 15th. I mean, I'm cherry picking the data here. If you do the 10th through the 19th, it was just under 1,000. So maybe earlier March. Yeah, I would say like in most of March, you might have averaged about 1,000. And then obviously the farther back you go, the better the numbers were. Oh, actually, late February, we didn't have that. We actually didn't have a ton late February. Let me see here. No, we did. It was probably about that for February and March. But April, that was not the case at all. April, we'd 100% bottomed out there. Let me find some April stuff here. I'm all the way in March. Yeah, from late March to early April, there was one day where we had over 1,000 users. So the decline started the decline really bottomed out in March, April, and yeah, there was one day. Yeah, April was just pathetic for users. But now that you have on average over 1,000 users a day, that kind of tells me like, okay, we're on the uptrend here. And how much now? Obviously, Star Wars month. So Star Wars month, you're going to have a lot more users. Yeah, it was had Baby Grogu. You had a lot of action there. Even today, like so yesterday there was, or the past couple of days, you had the Marvel Comics number 1963 X-Men, whatever that was, and that made like $3,000. Same thing with Ron English yesterday. Like the drop made like $2,000 to $3,000. Comics in general on VeVe, like the key comics that they always talk about, the key comics with characters that nobody like, they maybe get a couple thousand. Now I know that this time for today, the Star Wars The Mandalorian #1. Now that's a very recent thing. It's like half a decade ago. It came out in what, 2019, 20. Let me just make sure here, because I know Thompson Crypto had a bounty on it that they claimed. Yeah, it mint number 2022, because that's the publishing year for this. So this comic book is 3 years old, and Comics and Crypto paid a bounty of $2,022 for it. So this isn't, I wouldn't say necessarily a key one, but obviously he's more well known, Mandalorian, than a lot of these other like Marvel characters that are kind of never mentioned in Marvel, whether it's the MCU, etc. But that was really cool. They did 33,000 today. So that was, I'm very happy about that. I'm going to say part of it was because they had a bounty on it, but again, they, for whatever reason, they put 7,500 units out there. When was the last time you had a comic with 7,500 units that actually did well? Months. I'm going to say months. And these guys, they put out 7,500 units, which is, how many of those were? So they keep like 400ish. So let's say 70, 82, and you minus 1884 minus 1019, right? That's 1019. Okay, minus 276 minus 83. So yeah, they made $33,000 today, 33.5 on a comic that probably shouldn't have done that. But again, the amount of users that are up are here. So they've done more than 250,000 by this point. We're halfway through the month. They're probably at 260, 270. And these are just from, well, we've had 2 weeks of VeVe comics as well. So I'm going to say that they're probably doing, yeah, like 270, 275, and we're halfway through the month. Do they reach that 500? No. Do they go above their 300K again? Yeah, absolutely. Because tomorrow you have the stormtroopers, and the stormtrooper helmets, and I have a pretty decent feel about that. Let me go to that, and then I'll get to some more comments here as well. So SHIRO landed the ultra rare, my man, Bill Gardner. And then for that, you get a free craft as well when you get this. So that's another reason why I think this did okay, because you're getting 2 collectibles for the price of 1. You get the comic, and whatever comic that you get, whether it's rare, ultra rare, whatever, you'll get that version. I'll show you what it is, of this poster. So that's a craft. But tomorrow, you have the Troopers collection, then you have the Troopers crafting that you can do if you have some of these, and the crafting is beautiful, because in order to craft like a blasted stormtrooper helmet, I don't even know how much this is to craft, but you sacrifice the common Jawa, cool, and it's $5. So you sacrifice a Jawa, and then you pay $5, and then you get the secret rare. You sacrifice a common and 5 gems for a secret rare, and there's only 451 of these, and the Jawas, there are so many of these. There are thousands of these mother flappers. Thousands. So yeah, you decrease the supply of another popular character, you get 5 gems, and then you get this. So this isn't going to be a lot. It's 451, right? So that's going to be like $2,200. So the crafts are probably all going to, if they don't sell out, I mean, there's 1, 2, 3. There's 4 of these things. Now, granted, sacrificing a Jawa, that's probably a couple gems, probably pretty easy. But sacrificing a Darth Vader, I don't know, man. That's 32. That is $32 right now, which I think that's actually up. But to sacrifice a common Darth Vader, and I get it, the Stabs Trooper helmet looks pretty freaking dope, and there's only 451 of them, but you're paying $37 like for that, and that's, people are probably going to do it. I mean, because there's so many common Vaders, there's so many of them, and sacrificing that for, I never want to. That's Vader, but there's so many. I don't know what people are going to do. There's probably going to be a couple hundred people who'll be like, yeah, sacrifice. Well, let's see how many there are. 14,000. No, I'm sorry, 12,000. My B. 12,000 of those. And yeah, they're probably going to do it. Sacrifice 12,000 for something that's 451, and it's a secret rare. That's definitely going to help. So again, the Jawa, that one will sell out. That's super easy because Jawas are like a couple gems. The Rancor. There's not a ton. Oh no, there's a lot. There's like people have like 1,000 of them. But the Rancor. Oh, I hate that it takes me to like the bid. Like I hate that it like when I go to it and I press find edition, it takes me to like the store where I had to pay like $60 for it. But I guarantee you the Rancor is like half that. It's only 1,000 and 23 are on there. So it I don't know what these will be. If it'll freaking load for me, I would show you, but it has not. Okay, there we go. Oh, 55. Okay, so that's actually worse than Vader, because Vader has like 12,000 of him, 32 gems. There's only 1,000 of these guys, the Rancors, and there's 55. And I'm pretty sure these were. Okay, well you could still buy them from the store, like if you wanted, like if you wish, they're not burned. But yeah, I don't know. I know. Shoot, you get a 1 of 451, but that you're lighting $60 on fire. Or I mean, it's a 1 of 451, and it's cool and secret rare. But I'm starting to feel better about people burning Vader. And the Skywalker lightsaber. Okay, $12. Cool. So sacrificing a Skywalker lightsaber and 5 gems for this one. This one might actually be my favorite. They'll do that too. So this will sell out as well. So it'll be 4,500, and Vader's might sell out too. So they'll make a good like 7 to 8 grand on that, but that's not the one that I'm like really looking forward to. The one I'm looking forward to is the Stormtrooper helmet cross section, where David has a couple of bounties on these as well. The price is $10. You don't need to sacrifice anything. But there's a lot of them. There's 5,400 of them. And are they going to sell out? No. But will they get like another like 8 to 10 grand on top of this? Probably. They'll probably get a bit. Now, again, you don't have to sacrifice anything, but this is the first of its kind. They literally worked with Lucasfilms on this. Like, hey, what would the inside of a Stormtrooper helmet look like? And that's really cool. Going in the right direction. Let me text this guy a picture of my X-rays. My X-rays look horrible. I'm cooked. We do that meow 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 deal. Yeah, I'm cooked, fam. All right, let's continue on here. So yeah, I'm gonna estimate another 15 to $20,000 day tomorrow. And maybe and that's only if they sold like 800 of these. They're only $10, so it could go crazy, and like 2,000 of these could go. And if that happens, if they do, then we get like another $25,000 or $30,000 day. Which again, today, you know, they did much better than I thought they would. So I'm gonna be safe and just try to undervalue these a little bit. And then Blackpink on the 18th. So there's a lot of drops that are happening here. But it seems like as ETH goes up and everyone, you know, people have a little bit more money, more people are coming back as well. What's up, Turtle? Anyone says all listed on Stacker, no sales, F drop, rip. Sorry. What's up, Zombie? How's it going? VeVe Vegas says, hey, friendos, meow meow meow, meow meow. Hope you're doing well. Love you, man. Marsan says, what up? Yo, what up, fam? What up, gangsta? Ash Crypto Reels is the shittiest bull market I've ever seen in crypto. Sentiment is so dead. It feels like Bitcoin is trading at 16,000, not 104,000. Man, he crashes out so much. It is hilarious. Love the tail though. 80 Cyberpunk, very good. The cat head, meow. Let me just get to the daCAT token here real quick and take a look. Shout out to expand liquidity on the cat. Yeah, this is great. Gabe Vince says, I'm excited about tomorrow's drop. I am too. Brother. Be like, my hip. Oh god. Whenever I I talk with someone that's like above the age of like 45, I realize I can't use cooked. Cooked means like done for. Back gave out and found, and back gave out and got x-rays done. Oh my God, why does x-rays autocorrect to trays? That is so stupid. I know I didn't put the hyphen in there, but come on. Hips and back are done. Lol. All right. All right, we have a lot of news to go over, so let's go over this here. Oh, the sales are up too. Yeah. So I mentioned the sales, I mentioned the users. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, we have a bunch of news to go over here. Like I said, it won't take 3 to 4 hours. It won't take 4 hours tonight. I'll go to 2 to 3 hours. Keep y'all posted. Unless y'all want to keep these coming, because if y'all do, then we're gonna have some fun. Let's have some fun this week. Wanted to go right on this disco stick. Okay. Michelob Ultra is pretty much just water anyway, so that felt good. All right. Core CPI falls to 2.4%, which is lower than expectations. I don't even know who. Oh, it's a buddy of mine that has reached level 69. We're coming nice down below 69. $1 billion USDT was minted yesterday. BlackRock CEO Larry Fink says the strength of the entire financial system is safe and sound. Oh doy. DEVVE Exchange says the DEVVE Exchange T+0 settlement model isn't just faster, it's transformative. Instant liquidity, lower cost with no intermediaries, enhanced security via DEVVEX blockchain, built-in compliance for global tech, for global reach, and true financial access for all. Link down below to sign up to the DEVVE Exchange. JP Morgan says Bitcoin could outperform gold the second half of the year. I think that's quite obvious. Hackers got into Coinbase and are just like, hey, give us $20 million or else we're going to leak all your clients' info. And Coinbase is like, fuck you, we're going to give our people their money back. And then we're going to give like a $20 million bounty on who these criminals are. And if they find somebody comes to them with information that leads to an arrest, Coinbase is going to pay $20 million. And I hope they find them. Qatar Wealth Fund plans to invest $500 billion in the United States. I repeat, $500 billion will be invested in the U.S. via Qatar Wealth Fund. Go Trump. Go Trump. Afternoon. Okay, cool. Let's go in. I'm sorry. I'll get to some of the rest of the comments here as well. What's up, zombie? Meow, meow, meow. How many zeros daCAT? How many can they? I mean, listen, like a 10x from here. Let's see. I don't know. Let me look. I love that we're up 15% today. I love that we're up 270% in 3 months. But I'm sorry, in 30 days. They are at 8 zeros and a 4. So they'd have to do like a 23x in order to lose 2 zeros. 23x to lose 3 zeros. What are they at now? 1.6. That's almost a $37 million market cap. Talk to anyone in the daCAT Telegram, talk to their whales, be like, done. Like that's nothing for them. They're like, yeah, I people there from Pepe, people there from Sheev, that people are just like, yeah, no, it's stupid undervalue. And again, like it's hard for me to justify that with because again, I'm thinking like a business person, and it's hard for me to justify these large 8-figure market caps, almost 9-figure market cap, because the revenue there, like, yes, global brand, and people are going to want to get in, and we'll make a bunch of deals where people are going to be able to get to be able to buy the daCAT IP, or at least parts of it, and one of those might happen soon. But a lot of it's going to be based on hype. I told you I'll get it to 10 million. That's fine. That's my Mason-Dixon line there. That's the minimum I'll get it to. And again, I'm thinking of it in a way that I create a lot of hype. Because again, the comics are great, and it's it's such an awesome universe. But and there'll be tie-ins like Ladies on Soul will be a tie-in into the cat, like number 3, maybe actually number 1 as well, because the wonderful things he does. All right, where's my man? Because Captain Altcoin is now going to be in the daCAT comic and somewhere else. But yeah, there's it's going to largely be based on hype. Again, I can not guarantee, but I can justify a $10 million market cap based on revenues and hype and perform. But it's just a lot of these guys have so many diamond hands. If they're true to their word and they just hodl, and they're not, because they're not going to sell it. I know they're not going to sell it. Any of these, I know they're not going to sell 10 million. A bunch of them say like $1 billion, but if they have so much, if at like $80 million market cap, I assume they're going to take some off. I have to assume that, because again, I'm not going to freaking sell. I told myself I'd take a little bit off the top for my daCAT tattoo at 10 million, and then 100 million. Maybe I'll do something even crazier. I don't know. But a 23x from here, then you lose 2 zeros. But that's a $36 million market cap, so that's a lot. That's how you would lose 2 zeros. All right. Anyway, Blue Storm saying daCAT is bringing out the big guns. They are. There's a lot of stuff. Blue Storm, check your text messages. I love beer so much. Almost nothing better in the world. Kuma saying, "What's up, Randy? What's up, Kuma? How's it going, fam?" Yeah, Kuma is the. Oh, hold on, Wraithax. It's all good. The VA will refer me out to someone after my appointment with them, but first appointment isn't until another month from now. But the guy I'm planning to see specializes in this, so I want to get started early. All right, moving on. And Bill Garner, thank you for the super chat. VeVe number 1. Yeah, I do, bro. Right. VeVe being number 1 on that list, straight fire, straight gas. And if I were to say that anyone over there, they wouldn't get it. Very exciting. Ooh, what is this? Hello. Mr. MC1 was hosting a spaces called VVTGIF. And then daCAT Studios said that I used to work at Disney for 13 years. The idea of VeVe working and building in the daCAT store universe is very exciting. VeVe needs to develop some of their own story brands instead of just licensing out other IP from other creators. What have I been saying? And Mr. MC1 says very exciting. Yes, it does. Great for you, daCAT Studios. It look amazing. There's a lot of cat stuff on Telegram. Never seen the main chat. Okay, that's fine. Let's go back to me. All right, Michael Saylor says, "Sell a tooth if you must, but keep the Bitcoin." Sell the tooth if you must, but keep the Bitcoin. That is absolutely savage right there. UAE is going to invest 1.4 trillion in the US over the next 10 years. I love this game. Bring the jobs over here, baby. Bring them over here. MoonPay partners with MasterCard to enable stablecoin payments and spending at 150 million global businesses. You know what else you can do with MasterCard? You can buy USDC on Stacker with your MasterCard and swap it for OMI in under 90 seconds. That is the power of Stacker. And speaking of Stacker, I have their Stacker community manager coming on May 26th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I would do it on the 19th. It's unfortunate that his only days that he can come on are Monday and Tuesdays because they're always booked. Monday in the afternoons, I have the last seat with the Sharby token from all of that from Sharby, and then on Tuesday I have the OMI as my homie channel. So And then on Tuesday the 20th, I have Sandy coming on 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I couldn't do 3 on that day. So I was like, okay, I'll put him to the 26th. And I don't know if it'll be a weekly thing, because again, Mondays and Tuesdays are like horrible for me, but I made it work because it's the first time he's coming in. We'll be talking about a lot of that stuff, about Stacker, what they're currently doing, the past successes that they're seeing, the numbers that they're seeing, and then just kind of playing out these experiments. Like, hey, what happens if increased by 2%, decreased by this? But the numbers, especially for the burns, can get really crazy. Blue Storm said, "Ride the perfect wave with the cat." I agree, we can. I think we can. All right, let's move on here. ChatGPT now has more monthly users than Wikipedia. That is bananas. All right, working on finance. All right, keep it up, man. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Does anyone know where that reference is from? I'll give you a hint. From Rocky V, the soundtrack. USDC. VeVe posts last chance blinks. All Blackpink digital collectibles will be burned on 21 May 2025 at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. That is 22 May, 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get them now before they're gone from the VeVe store forever. This is it. No restocks, no second chances. Don't miss out. Now, I guess this is another thing that I could talk about here, because it's going to cost you around $450 to get the new Blackpink sets with the lights and the stages and the new stuff. And it's like, Chavez, why would I want to do that when I could buy so much Star Wars stuff right here? And I get it, man. The Star Wars stuff is just iconic and it's nostalgic. But what about rarity? That first initial knee-jerk reaction of like, I'm not for like $450 to get all of these things from this last set. I get it's their last set, fine, but $450 is a lot in this market. I can buy so much other things with that. I could buy a Todd with that. I get it. But think about this. Most people are going to have that initial reaction. Like, I'm not getting that full set. Maybe they get the girls, maybe they get whatever, but there are going to be people, like there's going to be in this set, I guarantee there's less than 100 people that do it. I guarantee you. So the entire set, for whatever it is, again, you have the girls, you have like so many versions of the girls. There's 12 pieces. So there's 4 girls, 3 collectibles per girl. You have 12 of them. And then you have the lights. The lights are something that you go in and they have the dioramas. You have the lights for all of them. And some of them are crafts, but most of them are not. And not everyone's going to get it. So I guarantee you, and even if you have 100 people that get all of them, that's $45,000, which is not bad. I will take that. But even if you'd get that, that's still only 100 people that could ever get that set. For these, it's not like it's one of these things where, yeah, it's an Illazilla and they're big in the decon space. No, this is Blackpink. All of the decon people combined don't have as many followers as them. And when will that matter? I don't know. I'd say when that narrative comes, you'll have a couple of blinkies over there. But I'm very curious to see what happens over the next couple of days. Thinking about it now, I would probably say 350 to 400K that VeVe would do this month. And because again, you have a lot more users. I'd like to send you to send white paper. And we're talking about timelines that are cool. I forget what we. I forget the percentages we talked about. Haha. Remind me again. Yeah, that was a while ago. Wes says, "Get that bread. Thank you for being a member." Aren't we up users now because of Star Wars drops? Well, it's a couple of things. It's Star Wars drops is one of the reasons. Another one of the reasons is probably because of the VeVe challenge, the VeVe activity challenge that, let me click it, where people are trying to, do this challenge each and every day. So both of those are probably reasons why. And then just people just have in general a little bit more money. Sentiment is a little bit more positive. So, and I say a little bit because you have a bunch of people that are salty that, yeah, he's making money, but my vault value is down, and they're not mentioning OMI, which if anyone is in the, I'm not gonna say it here because it's, I don't say privileged, but Foster's in the secret rare Okomi group, and maybe he drops alpha every now and then. Maybe there was a reason why OMI wasn't mentioned in the VeVe, in the new VeVe update video, and I don't know. Maybe there's something. So again, this is one of the reasons why Mr. MC1 is so great at networking. I don't know if he knew that this would happen, but when you have these groups that are scattered over this one collectible, and especially something as prestigious as a Comey Secret Rare logo, that's a gift from the founders. It's a gift from the team. It's a gift. Same thing with the VeVe Gold logo. Founders will be in there. Foster will be in there, and it's just another way of getting access to that. So these groups are worth their weight in gold. And Foster kind of drops them off, and basically just saying like, hey, just because they didn't mention it doesn't mean they're not working on it. And obviously, anyone that thinks about it for a couple of minutes, like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, speaking of Mr. MC1, speak of the devil, and it shall appear. Why, hello, Mr. MC1. Hi all, hi all. Vegan says thumbs. Thumbs it up, JKRB. Thumbs, vegan things. Meow, meow, meow. Penguin Colada says, people are so salty that your channel ain't worth $250. Of course, no one is going to pay that amount for your channel. Creators are the face and daily activity of a channel. Its valuation is based on crypto deals. Well, it's a valuation based on a lot. So again, I don't think anyone would try to buy like 100% or whatever, but because again, you could have like the channel, you could have, but if I'm not on here, the channel's not going to be what it is. I mean, unless you replace me with someone that's just, it's impossible. I mean, I'm not saying that there can't be somebody better at certain things. Of course there are, but just I feel like how I've done this is very unique. And yeah, people are salty, and and a lot of it just comes from, I don't even want to say salt. Like there's a lot of salt, but some of them are asking genuine questions, like how is this worth this much when the sling blade? Like I'll even show you the comments. Let's see, because I actually posted last night as well. Talked to Mr. MC1, like, Randy, were you drunk when you posted $1 million? I was like, you told me $1 million first. Saying that the channel will likely have $1 million valuation before year's end. Earnings are one metric to determine value, but whoever may or may not invest next will also get a direct line to other influential people in my network. Any investor worth their salt will take a look at who I've interviewed, who already sponsors the channel, and what that could mean for them. Haters are going to hate. I've never been disliked by anyone I'd rather trade places with. For now, I'll continue focusing on OMI, Definity, DEVVE, daCAT, SHIRO. And yeah, going on Mr. MC1's, let's do most recent here. That's from someone I blocked, saying it's not even worth $2,500. Tra-la-la-la-la. A man pulled 25K views in the past 30 days. 300. That's 300,000 yearly. You're saying here, telling us that one view equals almost $1. I hope nobody falls for this scam attempt trying to invest in shares of the channel. And it's like, okay, I don't know if this person's a hater or if they're just a simpleton, and I don't know if that's why I blocked them. Probably because they were lying, which same thing. And it's fair. Like this person might just look at this metric and try to value it based on that. But if that's the only thing that they're valuing it on, then clearly they're not a good investor. Clearly they're not really made for this. But if you go in deeper, okay, so you have sponsorships of the channel, and they're right on my page. You can go in and see over on X. So Mr. Ernst says, first, no shares are for sale yet. If ever, likely only one to two strategic companies. Second, I got about 2K in April as my share of just one sponsor for the quarter, which puts Randy at 9x that. Third, I did that because scumbags posted crap about him. I set the record straight on how successful he is with what he does. I know all your jaws are on the ground. Or I donate 3 to 5 times that in a year and spend on community giveaways and parties for 250 people expecting nothing in return. We raised $10,000 for LA and are doing more now for the LA fires, is what I mean. Finally, start with respect until you understand people and then call them scum. I have donated $250,000 to an educational institution publicly, so show some effing respect. I don't need to lie about 10K. Yeah, and this is the other thing that I noticed as well. It's never people with money that suspect like, oh, that are again have this like jawed reaction like, oh, there's no way. It's only people that have never dealt with that type of money. And again, this type of money is still relatively small when, you know, in our world. But in their world where they're just like, 10, you know, $250,000, that's so much money. And it's like, that is peanuts. Again, $250,000 is a lot in certain people's worlds, but in other worlds, that's like a rounding error, less than a rounding error. So this person, again, obviously jealous, obviously a hater, but also really just uneducated. And I feel like this person might just like need a mentor or something. I mean, I don't know what this person posts. Again, I blocked him probably for reasons like that. And yeah, again, it's always say like, no way it's worth 250K, only 9,000 subscribers and 800 views per day. So I guess I actually had like 2.8 million views on this total, which is pretty nice. But I did say that sponsors are where most of the revenue comes from. And then you have other people just laughing. It's like, okay, this is the, how could anyone know that you're telling the truth? Yeah, this is the other, even Rolex had just said, there was somebody that said like, hey, nobody thinks this adds up, which again, there's no, and this person has money too, so they should know, but Rolex says, hey, grab a, oh shit, sorry. Says, hey, you know, we have a great relationship, and of course, we'll keep it that way. But I can personally tell you that I have seen the proof from Mr. MC1 myself regarding his compensation from owning 10% of Randy's channel. I will say I've personally seen the proof and have no reason to lie over baby bags. Again, baby bags. So yeah, most revenue comes from. All right, and every now and then we get someone that just likes to troll, and we just block those people. We don't need them in our lives. And that's really kind of all the attention I want to give the haters. But again, haters gonna hate. Haters gonna hate. And Taylor Swift said it best. Omar, what's going on? How's it going, fam? We love you. We love you. How many people are proud to be citizens of this beautiful country of ours? All right, let's move on here. Cyber criminals bribed and recruited a group of rogue overseas support agents to steal Coinbase customer data. Estimated remediation and reimbursement costs range from 180 million to 400 million. Breach did not affect passwords, private keys, or customer funds, but exposed personal information and certain internal documents. Also, FTX Recovery Trust to distribute more than $5 billion to creditors in the second distribution on May 30th. So on May 30th is when you're going to have a lot of people get a lot of money back. What are they going to do with it? They're going to be buying, they're going to be spending, they're going to be selling. And they're probably going to be selling it's the same thing with, well, I guess the opposite of science. You know, air goes from where it's hot to where it's not. In market accounts, things go from where it's cold to where it's hot. Once things start heating up, it draws the oxygen, it draws the funds from the other stuff that is not heating up. So again, you have this really interesting thing that's going to happen in late May, early June, with people getting $5 billion back from FTX. So yeah, can't wait. Also, SEC is investigating whether Coinbase misstated its user numbers. Come on, guys. Come on. UAE and US artificial intelligence cluster presentation. That was really cool. That was really cool to see that. That was fun. Hilarious. Raoul Paul says, I'm forming a view that an ETH bull market and eventual new heights across the space. CryptoPunks will go up is obvious, leading to Bored Apes going up as the team can focus, leading up to crypto dick butts. I didn't know that was a thing. Okay. Leading to Me Bits NFTs as cheap OG assets now under great new ownership. Let me comment something. Let me comment from my VeVe gallery. Ooh. I was like, I think you're absolutely correct that the flow of absolutely correct of which way money will flow. However, comma, I believe you're missing at VeVe, VeVe official, with their insane IP licenses on their app, insane IP licenses from which they make high-end 3D digital collectibles on their app, and all able to be bought and sold on Stacker for OMI. I'll just say for crypto, and then I'll put OMI. Yeah. So, and this is what we need to do. What we need to do is take, 6%. Okay. Have Raoul Paul's notifications on, and anytime he talks about NFTs, you never fight him. You never go on and say like, "Oh, that's stupid. They're JPEGs." Don't be hoity-toity. Always start with a compliment. Always start by because he's going to be right. Like he's not going to be wrong. I'm never going to bet against this man. And again, I'm not going to say he's right just for the sake of saying he's right. But as an ETH bull run comes up, yeah, CryptoPunks are going to go up. Bored Ape Yacht Club is going to go up. I have no idea what crypto dick butts is or meebits are, but if he's into them, they're probably going to go up. So I think you're absolutely correct of which way money will flow. However, I believe you're missing VeVe official with their insane IP licenses from which they make high-end 3D digital collectibles on their app, and all able to be bought and sold on Stacker World for crypto, $OMI. And I give him a Star Wars collectible. Luke Scott. Now, granted, this is not the best looking one, but my bad. If we do this in the same way that SHIRO does it, like there's no doubt in my mind that we go in and we have this mega army here, and we're not taking advantage of it. Remember in Batman Dark Knight Rises, where Bane has all of our police officers trapped like underground, but we have 3,000 men, ready to go and do battle. We have hundreds of people that would be willing to do stuff like this, to have their notification set, Raoul Paul, for Elon Musk, for anyone that's into NFTs, Gary Vaynerchuk, and be like, hey, yeah, I think you're right. I think this is great. But also, VeVe as well. And if we could just do that, if we could tap into that, and I mentioned it to Ben, I mentioned it to Foster. Next time I talk to David, I'll mention it to him too. Yeah, that's hey, look at that, Mr. MC1. Thanks for liking that. Thanks for giving me a like, my man. Will Ren says, Randy, let's freaking go. Let's get this bread. I love it. I love this game. It's a great game. Ooh, just got paid. It's Friday night, girl. Let me get back to my friend real quick. Probably in a wallet to some other stuff. Not sure what else that works. That works. What price did we talk about for meow? Well, saying David gets mint 1 through 20, and he's paying to get mint 21. Well, again, they're not his. They're VeVe's. They are not his. So let me take a picture of this, because Wes, thank you for being a member, but this is like the epitome of misinformation. That is not David's account. David has his own account that he puts money in, and he buys stuff on his own account. David does not get mint 1 through 20. That is VeVe's. Mr. M1 says, I'm back now. Hi, Turtle. Have a retail tech AI founder for you to meet, Turtle? Yes, we talked about that before. Where can I get the cat token? Well, I'll show you. I will give you a, where are you at here? You can go to daCAT token on their X, and you can see that they have a contract address there. And sometimes the contract address, you can't do it if you're on a phone. But you just go to their page, and the contract address is right there. I'll copy it, and the link down below for their contract address as well. So what you would just do is go on your Coinbase wallet or MetaMask or OKX wallet, anywhere that has Uniswap, and then you'd go and swap from Ethereum, and you paste in that contract address, and it'll say daCAT, and then you can go buy. Oh God, I just farted. I'm so sorry. And then take a look to see what the fees are. It should be fine. Yeah, it's like 50 cents. If I just did it like $100, Coinbase fee is $1. That fee would be 50 cents. So yeah, it's pretty easy. So Sanjay, what up? What up, fam? What up? Okay, let me get back to the we had a bunch of other news to go over here. Absolutely this. Google spicy drops. Yeah, DEVVE is going to the moon at some point. Oh, Big Shot says IP interoperability in the VeVeverse. Hey, take a look at this. So again, you have Marceline from Adventure Time, and then you have one of the Nounish friends and their glasses. Thought that was really cool. Thought that was really dope that they posted that. So I thought that was pretty sweet. Had a huge So Tom Anderson says that we've had a huge headwind for years as a U.S. company, and looks like we will now have a huge tailwind. Very, very happy about this. Oh, I can't go over that yet. Oh, what is this? No, how do I get out of there? Okay, good. Eric Trump says it's a race to the top to accumulate as much Bitcoin as possible. I agree. I think he's right. Thankfully, he didn't say to buy ETH, because the last time he did that, it dropped by 60%. But I agree. It is a race to the top to accumulate as much Bitcoin or crypto in general as possible. I did a cut drinking Michelob Ultra because it has it's 95 calories, 2.6 carbs. Love it. I love oh yeah. When I think of that, I think of there's a X-Men comic where they're fighting like the Sentinels or something, and everyone's just like, fighting for my boyfriend, fighting for my family, I'm fighting for my honor, and Wolverine's just thinking like, I really like beer, and it's so awesome. Some of those comics are really great. Randy, thank you, a little Shiro. Well, you earned it, Mr. MC1. You earned it. I was going to keep it until it reached the $100 million market cap, and then, then give you a nice little surprise. But yeah, yeah. And keep the other stuff. Keep all that crypto, because that crypto is going to make you very wealthy. Coolio. Did I ever give you a timeline? Like, if it reaches September and the floor is that price. Pimp Claus says, if you already have a Coinbase account, topping up by card on Stacker takes about 90 seconds or less. Without an account, including registration verification, it can take 1 to 2 days. Oh, I did not know that, but yes, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right, let's go back over here. So for the Stormtrooper helmet tomorrow, where you have it on the inside, where you can see what's going on the inside, there is a $2,500 bounty for mint number 1977. Yeah, it's going to be insane. And it's $10. So you could buy 250 of these, make all your money back, and but I mean, there's like 5,400 of these, so nobody's going to do that. Well, there are people that might. They might. These are really cool. Like I said, this will probably sell. Well, originally I was just thinking like 800 to 1,000, but they're $10 each. These might sell a couple thousand each. So yeah, I can't wait for this. Pie Black pink cards too. Pie Black, P Black, P Herman. What is Pie Black? I don't know what that means. The Cat Studio says the cat in the house. Let's go, the cat. I was just talking about you. All good things. All good things. Get them. Okay, winner. Another day, another burn. Almost 4% of SHIRO supply has been staked. If you want to see more burns, you keep on staking. Love them. Also, Russia's central bank reports Bitcoin as the top performing investment of 2025. So what are they going to do? They're probably going to buy more. Saudi Arabia central bank just revealed holding MicroStrategy shares. Saudi is bidding on Bitcoin, as is everyone. 110 before the end of the month, probably 120, probably 115 to 120 before the end of the month. Again, Russia's central bank reported that its most profitable investment for the past year has been Bitcoin. I love that VeVe is giving reminders, because there's so many drops this month. I love how VeVe is giving reminders of like what's inside a Stormtrooper helmet. To these drops, it's like in like movies in Hollywood, they say like they give out a press release like for your consideration for this movie, like for an Oscar, like have you considered this? Because they might not have considered it yet. So they give out a say like a for your consideration. And I feel like that's what VeVe is doing here, and I really like that. I really want that to continue. I hope they do. Shout out to Space Penguin, almost 4,000 followers over on X. We are going to host them on Monday. Monday is coming on at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm gonna have to make the thumbnail tonight so I can get into his calendar. Oh lordy, 1000X does that play? Talking about it now on live. Good. So yeah, Space Penguin, I'm gonna pitch them to also write a comic for them, get them on VeVe, gonna charge very low amounts because it's not about the amounts that I make for writing the comic, and the ladies comic is halfway done. My goal is to get a little crunk this weekend and bang the rest of that ladies comic out. It's really good. And now for this one, we're actually going to have a competition for Ladies on Soul, and it'll be who gets to be the artist for it. And part of the reason why ladies had said like, yeah, we can do it is because people in their community are like, yeah, we could do it for free. And this way they don't have to spend $200 per page like other communities are for artists. There are people that can do it for free and really keep those costs down. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. In a year, so whenever it came along, he would pounce on it. Yep. 6%. Okay. Because the market's starting to move. Market is starting to move. I don't. Starting to move. If it moves before the deal is known, we may or get the money back quickly. However, once it really moves, I can just actually this is really gonna be fine. Copy that. That works. Market is starting to move. All right, let's go on to other stuff here. So Space Penguin, Calendly, okay, that Vault Inu was, and again, I have something out for Vault Inu, and I'm gonna follow up with them in 1 second here. Let me go to Boy Jin. Should I ping him again? He saw the last message, but never got back to me. Yeah. Okay. Cat in the house. They will pay if they pay your time, maybe. Oh, like if they buy the channel and then they just pay me. Yeah, they could do that. They could go on and say, hey, we'll buy the channel for however much, and then they'll just pay me like a salary. Yeah, I'd picture that. Bro, there's 16 Blackpink collectibles dropping. I know. And most people are not going to get them all. So there are going to be some of those that are very, very scarce. There might be like 30 of them. There are going to be some that are very, very scarce. I can't wait to see it. If there is, they're going to get a great freaking deal because only 10 of those, they're going to make a lot of money. daCAT Studio says big things ahead for Randy, daCAT, OMI, and VeVe. People have no idea. Maybe some have a bit of an idea. But yes, agreed. Yeah, Gary Vee met Omar, I think the other day as well. Omar is very good at marketing. He's very good at what he does. He's a big asset to me. Watchaguru reports that just in Abu Dhabi's sovereign wealth fund discloses $408 million investment in BlackRock's spot Bitcoin ETF. I will repeat, Abu Dhabi's sovereign wealth fund disclosed a $408 million investment in BlackRock's spot Bitcoin ETF. God, I love that. Jim Roth has been diagnosed with cancer. He's an amazing, absolute amazing WWE announcer. Just has like the greatest lines. Like, my God, he is broken in half. Oh my God, they killed him. They killed him. Oh God, he's like one of the best announcers ever. Love him. Ash Crypto realizes why Bitcoin didn't hit new all-time high yet, and why altcoin market is dumping again, because some of you decided to be a and started panic selling on a 2% dump. Fair point. Fair point. People did do that. They did do that. David Yu says, from a galaxy not so far away, Lucasfilm Studio has officially approved the release of the world's first 3D Stormtrooper helmet with a fully detailed interior, a groundbreaking collectible like no other. This iconic piece isn't just for display. It offers an unprecedented screen-accurate interior design. The Force just got a serious upgrade. David, such a way with words, my man. Love him. Penguin says, respect to Gary Vee for grinding and pushing NFTs, but honestly, V friends just don't have the mainstream vibe or staying power. So gotta appreciate anyone keeping the NFT narrative alive. It's strange because it's like a cult following, and their floor is like 1 point something ETH. It's under 2 ETH, but it's over 1 for their floor. And he also has like a little animation studio, like where he has kids cartoons of all of the NFTs and their characters, and they have a lesson at the end, and it's really not bad. It's very, very kid-like, like for small kids. But that's his goal, is to try. And is he going to reach it? Probably not. But to try to be like the next Walt Disney with all of these characters. Now, he's too busy to be able to actually focus on these characters and have other stuff done with it. But yeah, he's trying. He's doing his very best. And he's getting that bread. He's getting it done. So yeah, shout out to him. And just, he's such an awesome dude. He deserves everything that he gets, everything positive that he gets. I'm so happy to support daCAT. Building a comic and creating next level engagement is brilliant, and especially when other people pay us to go in and be in the comic. It's very nice. It's very, I love that stuff. So yeah, you have Chaos on the Chains, Sharby, and then Ladies on Soul hired me to write their comic within the daCAT universe, and then you have Crappy Bird as well. daCAT is going to be you don't want to put barriers. You want everyone to come on VeVe, but they're going to be the IP that is going to outperform pretty much most things on the app because of what we're doing. And I can't wait, because of a lot of the giveaways, a lot of community engagement. It's going to be the app, or it's going to be the IP that no one saw coming and come out of nowhere. And I think that because of what we can do for VeVe, and one hand washes the other, the daCAT IP will also reach $1 million at some point and beyond. Again, because of what we're doing. Did you get the T-shirt? Nothing yet. Keep you posted. Okay. Okay. Let's continue on. There's a lot of news still. David handing out those black and pink hearts for the Blackpink drop. Meluise buys 28.4 million Bitcoin, becoming Brazil's first Bitcoin treasury company. Meaning that there's going to be others. Some questions regarding staking rewards. Okay, went over that. Starlink is officially live on United Airlines flights. Shout out to them. Oh my God, that is bananas. Okay, let me go to IM Cloud, because he's got an interesting tweet from yesterday. I_M_Cloud. Should come up from yesterday on May 15th. All right, he's got this. May 15th attack on Coinbase put thousands of users' personal data at risk. The cause? A centralized and vulnerable system. But a new generation of exchange is already here. It's called the DEVVE exchange. Here's why it could never be hacked like that. Coinbase is a centralized exchange. It holds your funds, it stores your ID and KYC data, and it relies on external teams for support, which are sometimes corrupt. The result? Insider-driven data leaks, a systemic risk for millions. 3, DEVVE exchange changes everything. It's a non-custodial exchange built on DEVVX. No funds held by third parties, no centralized database, and no human with access to your personal data. And it's secured by DEVVE Protect. It's a one-of-a-kind patented system. And number 4, what is DEVVE Protect? It's the world's first system that protects you from private key theft, phishing and scams, and human errors like lost keys. How? It lets you lock and recover your funds without giving up self-custody. So DEVVE Protect has your back, even if you get scammed, lost your keys, got phished, wallet compromised. The system can restore access to your assets just like a bank would, but without it being a bank. It's a perfect hybrid of decentralized and secure. Then at the core is DEVVX, which is a revolutionary blockchain, 8 million transactions per second, sharded, instant finality, which means true T+0 settlement time. There's near zero gas fees. Ultra green, it's regulation ready, and even the ones where regulations change, the shard can change up with it. DEVVE Exchange isn't just secure, it's compliant, lightning fast, and user-friendly. And at the center is the DEVVE token. It's a utility token with a gateway to tokenize real-world assets, backbone of a $30 trillion market. Upside is absolutely massive. DEVVE Protect is a game changer, DEVVX is the infrastructure, and DEVVE Exchange is the future. And DEVVE, the token, that's your ticket in. While centralized exchanges suffer breaches, scams, and hacks, the DEVVE Exchange builds an ecosystem where you're protected, you're in control, and you're secure. And this is the dawn of the financial era, and you can be part of it from day one. Link down below for the DEVVE Exchange. Sign up, qualify for $5,000 worth of DEVVE, for an NFT worth thousands, freaking PS5, and more. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Let's move on. Can I even go over this? I don't think I shall. I probably should. No, I should not. Yesterday on Stackin' or Slackin', Dr. Strange was talking about Avengers. VeVe reposted them. I'm glad to see they repost all of these other YouTubers with not as much subscribers, not as following. VeVe's really elevating people that really work hard, even if there's not a lot of viewers there at first. Oh, Dr. Strange, Big of the Devil. What's up? What up? How's it going, fam? How's it going, Dr. Strange? Doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you. A lot of small caps were read today. There were a lot of small caps that were read. However, the shine is that daCAT. It's probably up about 5%, which I guess is a bit. They must have had a decent sell order here. Let's see what happened. Let's see if we can figure out who did a sell. Because they were up 15% before, and I know being up 5% is nothing to sneer at. But yeah, I would have liked to know. Oh God. Okay, I hate it when I accidentally make screens bigger or smaller. No, I don't know why it went down real quick. It's very strange. Is it ETH? Did ETH go down? ETH down 1%. Yeah, so maybe that was it. Because again, it's tied to ETH. ETH being down 1.2% in like the last hour. That might have had it a little bit, but again, still up 5.4% on the day. So despite everything else being a bit red, tokens like daCAT are still up 5%. Fun on the Sun says, "Aloha, Dashi. We love Dashi." Help me burn some OMI, offering 300K OMI for the secret rare, the Mandalorian comic that dropped today. Let's see what that is. I think that's probably similar to what the price is going for on VeVe, right? I think it was like $60-something. But let's see. Come on. Why is it so slow? Okay. It's going to make me sign in. God damn it. Okay. Give me 1 sec here. Let's take a look. And I'll make sure it's going well. And it's a little slow. All right. Mandalorian secret rare. Oh, it's $80. So yeah, you can get it at a discount for about $60 over on Backer, as opposed to $80 over on VeVe, and it helps burn OMI. I think that's very nice. I think that is very nice. They have a lot of nice stuff. And again, they made $33,000 today from that. I thought that was really cool. Was I can buy OMI using credit card now? Or you can use your credit card to go in and buy USDC on Stacker, and then use that to swap for OMI. So it is one step removed. It takes about 90 seconds if you have one set up. Memezilla says, amazing activity. daCAT is #1 on there again. They are the real king. We love them. David Yu says, as you wish. Putting out about... Is that an Entei reference? That's a Pokemon reference. Okay, anyway, David Yu says, putting out a bounty wish for 1977 gems, looking to claim either the number 21 edition or the number 501 edition from this historical drop from the drop tomorrow, where you can see inside the helmet. So honestly, tomorrow that drop might make like $20-something thousand, because that's yeah, 2,000 goes in. Yeah, it's probably fine. I can see that, because again, we're averaging like 1,000 users per day now, and especially there's so much stuff going on. There's gonna be so much stuff burned tomorrow. So much money made. Can't wait. Sam because says, finally stashed 10 million owing my Stacker wallet. So just leave it there to get MCP. I believe yes. And so as long as the OMI's on Stacker, it should get you MCP. So it takes a couple days to start. Yeah. I unfortunately will not be going to Lisbon. I have again, my back is absolutely destroyed, and because of that, I just don't have a. I have a VA appointment on like one of the days that Lisbon's going to be, so I unfortunately won't be there. It's worth 400. Yeah, it is. That comic is worth about 400K OMI, and you can get it for 300K. And if that is what you wish, yeah, it's from Pokemon Mystery of the Unknown. He says that a couple of times, and I think it's variations of it. Like in one time, he's like, I am Molly's protector as long as that is what she wishes. Like there's a couple of times he says variations of that. So I don't know if one of them is as you wish, or if I know he says if that is what you wish, but I feel like he might have said the variant as you wish at some. He might not have. I might just be misremembering it wrong. I remember back in the day, I used to know the entire song. But thank you, Dirk Latte. What group of legendary Pokemon do you want to see? Legend? Well, I mean, if it's legendary, I would say Arcanine. And I know what you're thinking, like he's not legendary. Arcanine in the original official Pokemon handbook, its evolution was legendary. In the 4, when Ash goes and he's about to see, he like catches a Krabby. He sees 4 Pokemon in there, and it's Articuno, it's Zapdos, it's Moltres, and in Arcanine in the original intro looks like he's flying. He was originally meant to fly. For whatever reason, they nerfed him, and he could run like 3,000 miles in a night. It's insane. But I would like to see Arcanine on there first. The original legendary dog, again, evolutionary in the original official Pokemon handbook was legendary. So I do count him as that, even though now he's considered like pseudo legendary. I do count him as that. He's very awesome. Love him. And he's one of my favorite Pokemon ever. If you don't count him, and I don't know if a pseudo legendary would count. If it does, then I would say the Dratini, Dragonair, Dragonite would come up, because that's one that is, again, pseudo legendary, super, super powerful. It's one of the only ones it's one of the strongest Pokemon in the game. Dragonite's just an absolute beast. Even in Gen 1, that really didn't have a ton of great moves. Just an absolute tank. Stats were out of control. Stuff that isn't legendary at all, that are actually quite common, would be like a Magmar. But I feel like in the show, there's that's like one of them. Like Blaine has one, and like that's it. But then if you're going to actual legendaries, I think the first would have to be it would have to be Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. And because there's like one of each. They're not even in the first movie. They're in the second movie. But it's just that you run into those in the games before you ever run into them in the before you ever run into Mewtwo. Oh, actually, Mew you could only get through like a hack in the games, and it wasn't even a hack; it was like a glitch. But I think that because they're so rare and they're so coveted, so like the legendary birds, everyone will love because they're legendary birds. But Mewtwo and Mew, like Mewtwo's the strongest Pokemon ever, made from Mew, and they have this weird thing. And like on June 6th, Mew gave birth. Like, and it's just there's so much. It would probably Arcanine, then the Dratini. So Growlithe in the Arcanine line, then the Dratini line through Dragonite, then the legendary birds, then Mewtwo and Mew. Maybe Mew first. I don't know. Even in Pokemon Snap, you can't get a picture of Mewtwo. It's only Mew. But there used to be a race of Mew. There's only one Mewtwo, and Mewtwo had this really weird. So those, if you want to go like in order of the movies, then it would just be Mewtwo, and actually, if going by then it would just be Ho-Oh at first. Because you see him in like the first episode. So then, again, if you go in order of the anime, it's Ho-Oh, it's the legendary birds, because in the anime, I know Zapdos is seen, but we might have to save them for the second movie. Then it would be Mewtwo and Mew, and then it would be, and I guess the clones would be in there as well. Then you'd get in the second movie Mewtwo, Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, and then Lugia as well. And so I guess you go to the first two generations first. That's what you get. Pseudo legendary in the second one would be not Typhlosion. It would be Larvitar, Pupitar, Tyranitar. So it would be Tyranitar for that one. But maybe unknown. That like they're so common, but it's hard to get all of them because there's like 27 of them. Anywho, he's not legend. Well, he is depending on how you define him. Joaquin Pio says, I have 100K OMI staked on the VeVe web app. Are those still valid, or do I need to move this? You do need to move them to Stacker eventually. I actually don't know how you move them from the web. Well, on the web app, I don't know what they are on the web app, if they're layer 1 or layer 2. I actually forget. It's been so long. Sorry. But that's crazy because I can get 20K limit on a new credit card, 0% interest, and buy 20K worth of OMI. Do it. I mean, not financial advice, but YOLO. YOLO. Nicholas says, I'd be stacking Moltres and Articuno. Heck, it's Pokemon of all. It's actually, yeah. You're going to leave out Zapdos? Zapdos cool as heck, man. Moltres is my favorite of the legendary birds. Articuno is probably the most useful because Ice Beam on Dragonite is just absolutely broken. Ice Beam in the first generation is in general pretty broken. So I get Articuno, and Moltres is just my favorite, even though I think Moltres is probably the weakest. Moltres is my favorite. If Mewtwo were to drop, it would be a craft. I hope not. Well, maybe like you need you need a Master Ball. Like if they have like, if they gave out like 1,000 Master Balls, and you need to sacrifice your Master Ball to get this Mewtwo. Sure. Yeah, I'd see something like that. Crowners, popcorn, yellow smile, popcorn. Let's go. Let's get this bread. Okay. I still have a bunch of news left, and we're only an hour and a half here. Oh God, they have so many. Hold on, let me catch up with this daCAT telegram here. Should I pass? Chavez admitted that Ethereum could experience a small correction in the upcoming week. We shared that the final uptrend has been confirmed. Analyzing ETH weekly chart, Skyrexio opened that the crypto is on wave 3 of the Elliott wave structure. The analyst revealed a green dot on the bullish bear reversal bar indicator, which he claimed is a huge confirmation of the bull run. Agreed. Wave 3 means one more decent correction. Wave 4 after this, then another pump. Wave 5. Maybe it can help us. Yeah, maybe a $10 million market cap at some point for daCAT. Man, that would be dope wallpaper. Sorry. Me love you long time. Come show the best ahead. Okay, let's move on. Ethereum stablecoin volume reached new all-time highs in April, hitting 908 billion as institutions, tech giants, and Trump jump in. Definity is stupid undervalued. Stupid undervalued. Exciting news, Robinhood app is acquiring WonderFi, and I couldn't be more excited, says Kevin O'Leary. Why? Because this deal is going to transform cross-border trading. We're finally connecting crypto between Canada and the US right before stablecoin regulations hit. That should hit next week. FX trading is about to get a major upgrade. No more outrageous bank fees. You'll be able to move money between your Canadian and US accounts instantly and at a fraction of the cost. Wes said that he would stack Foster collectibles. I have to get that over to him. Why is Moltrace favorite? So, yeah, I like fire. So I like. There was a dream I had once where, like, it's like some of my favorite Pokemon just happen to be fire Pokemon. So Charizard, Arcanine, Moltres, then Mew, because I love Mew, and I guess he can learn fire moves as well. And I had a dream once that was like, I was like talking to them and like and it wasn't them, it was like their spirit. Like I don't know if the Pokemon died or anything, and it was like, it was just cool. It was just awesome. And I don't know, in that dream, I was like, it was those four. I was like, this is just like the perfect moment. So yeah, that's why I like them. Randy, I no longer be catching up all these streams. Yeah, this hour and a half now. My one yesterday was like 4 hours, and again, I'll do 2 to 3 hours today. I won't do 4. Also, an Infernape anime is, yeah, good sweeper. He's really fast. He's a hard striker. I don't know if he can learn power up punch, but if he can, like, get a couple of power up punches, and you're like good. You're Gucci. So in Gen 6, I think that's when you get Lucario, and he knows Power Up Punch. There's just no trainers that have like 6 Pokemon to get like a couple Power Up Punches on. Like they're all done in like, 3 or 2 to 4 Pokemon. But Power Up Punch is such a fun move. It doesn't do a ton of damage, but it makes your attack goes up. You do it a couple of times. You have like Goldberry on him or something that makes him heal, and it's just, yeah. Some of his punches could be insane. Some of his attacks could be insane. And again, in the anime, like, I hate those things. Like, it's always the fire Pokemon, right? Charmander's on the rock. Tepig. Like, so when Paul has Chimchar, and he's just like, this is weak, and he, like, lets it go, and Ash says, like, don't worry, Chimchar, we think you're strong. And Ash is able to like bring something out of Chimchar that Paul wasn't able to, because Paul only cares about the stats that he catches it at, and that's it. And just such an amazing redemption arc, such an awesome, yeah. And again, he's one of his best Pokemon at the end. So I love it. I'd love to train with one. No Magmar love, right? I did say Magmar. So again, I love all fire type Pokemon. And Magmar, just that fight with Charizard was so good. That fight, that whole like episode arc on Cinnabar Island and Blaine and the riddles and the snow cone were just so good. And yeah, and Magmar just, so I have done a playthrough partially with Magmar, because you can't get Magmar in the early game. You have to wait like super long. But yeah, I like his stuff. He's got a butt for a head, which is great. And again, where he can survive in these, volcanic fires, and almost no one else can. And Ninetales is great in the Pokemon Snap games. And an ex-girlfriend of mine named her Ponyta Randy. And I was like, oh, that's adorable. Because it was a male Ponyta, and then, so anyway, she was cute. She was beautiful. But the little idea of naming a Pokemon after me was cute. How she knows I like fire type Pokemon. Wait for VeVe to drop Diglett. Diglett ding, Diglett ding. Trio. Oh god, sorry, I got so many of these. VeVe Digital Collectible says, take a closer look at the Star Wars Trooper helmet 3D digital collectible series and augmented reality, featuring elite helmets like the Stormtrooper, Shadow Trooper, and Mimban Trooper. Each digital collectible is crafted with battle-worn detail and galactic authenticity. Star Wars Trooper Helmet Series 1 drops in blind box waitlist format. Let me give him, and then, bounties for comics and crypto. They have those bounties. Love them. I'm going to give them a couple of hearts here. Streaming and talking about them right now. Dr. Rolex added an 8th one-of-one art piece today and hit over 24,000 collectibles and comics. Why, do you ask? This is the way of the future of collecting. Just straight up there. That is just absolute beast mode. Damn, 8 one-of-one art pieces. That is bananas. And Mr. MC1 says, congrats, Mr. Rolex. He is an absolute legend. We love him. I love having him on. I love getting that bread with him. Incredible pickup. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. So this one. Remember when Being Real With You said that he got the number 1955 partner statue? And we weren't really sure what he paid for it. Well, it is confirmed that it was $11,000 that he had paid for the 1955, which is the year that Disneyland opened. And they were thinking like, oh, that's like so much money. That's like 10x the floor. It is 10x the floor, which tracks because you want to know how much the owner was offered for this when Walt was at 48,000. He was offered $500,000 for it, and he didn't take it. Again, it was 10x the price. That was the offer, and now the offer is about 10x the price now. So 11,000 down here in this market, yeah, you could do a lot with that. You make a killing. Would this person have liked to have gotten $500,000 a few years back? Yeah, absolutely. Douglas says, Paul, the blue hair guy that he was, yeah, that's him. And I think he won with Infernape. I don't know if he won with Infernape. I forget who he won with, but yeah. Matthew Yersel says, yeez, that fight was the GOAT. Yeah, bro, right? That's like one of the original like best fights. And then over in the Orange Islands, Charizard had a battle with Poliwhirl or Poliwrath, I'm sorry, and it didn't go well. And then Ash had to like nurse him back to health, and then Charizard finally started listening. Great arcs, slow burns, great arcs. Oh goodness, oh gracious, sorry, I have to hit something that I wasn't supposed to hit. Oh my gosh, stop! Oh, these messages, they're killing me. All right, let's keep on going. You say the narrative hits. What do you mean? Media. Oh yeah, we're gonna do Chavez media hats at some point as well. I don't know when, but we will get that out to y'all. Grogu Rare 2019 was minted, and the collector passed on the $2,000 19 reward, meaning that he thinks that this is going to go a lot higher. But the Din Djarin Rare 2019 is still unminted, and the bounty is up for grabs, $2,019. If y'all want it, y'all want to get that bread, you can. What is going down now? Is that the Definity and DEVVE? Everything's going down. Damn, we got a bit of a downturn in the markets here. Let's see what we do. See what we do tomorrow. Let's continue on. Charles Delgado says, in the beginning of April, I was at exactly 8,000 MCP, and I set a goal to gain 9,000 MCP by the end of May. I've now achieved over 9,000 MCP in the second week of May. Set your goals and make it happen, and that goes with everything. No excuses at VeVe Official, #VeVe. That is some straight up truth right there. Students and teachers can now get $1,000 off of a new Tesla. Oh, that was great. Join the whale group. Shout out to Doggo Dango that got to join the daCAT whale group yesterday. Shout out to him, Mr. Big Mac Blastoise. Love that man. We are doing a Randy's fridge. I looked today for fridges, and there's like no fridge that's like super cheap. There's like, and I can't even, like, my back is destroyed. I can't get it downstairs. I will get it. I will figure out how. But as of right now, you have Mr. MC1 that is has gotten the lifetime of the fridge, and this first fridge shout out is actually is VeVe Zombie and Bill Gardner. They are the fridge shout out for the month, or at least for the next 20 something days. Shout out to them, and the fridge will come back soon. Look at all these cat tokens that were down yesterday. Look at all of them. And then the cat is up, but the rest of the cats are down. So when others bleed, we go up. Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world, just saluted America and President Trump in red, white, and blue. A loop. The lightning fast Wi-Fi we told you about, it's here. Our first customers just found out what it's like to break the Wi-Fi barrier and stream, scroll, shop, and game just like at home with Starlink, and it's free for Mileage Plus members. rolling out across our fleet now on United Airlines. Oh gosh, hiccups. And yes, it's going to be $50 a month to get put on my fridge, but if you pay an OMI, it's $40 a month. Shaquille O'Neal has become the third CEO for DC Studios, co-CEO alongside James Gunn and Peter Safran. That is wild, but okay. Maybe we get something like Shaq as Batman. I don't know. That'd be wild. So the world's first wireless bionic arm is capable of working when detached from the wearer. The wireless is insane. It is, the things that people can do is absolutely incredible. So it's not a chip. It notices the movement of all the tiny muscles, big ones like stabilizing, along or without limb or never having an appendage causes atrophy, and gains are limited with time. But it's not as crazy as it sounds. First cadaver that a buddy of mine worked on was using the tendons in the arms to move the fingers around, and muscles usually move the tendons. I'm shocked at how far along it was. And again, that is, you can move a hand wirelessly, which is insane. BlackRock just bought 3,931 Bitcoin worth $409 million. So Pixie from Ladies on Soul says, look at me, scheduling early, come vibe with the tribe, chill and chill, laughs and graphs, share this everywhere. Let's do record numbers. On May 20th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I set that. Oh shoot, my podcast can be at 2, but I can try to make the podcast an hour. So let me put Pixie space 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll try to make that podcast an hour. This way I can get to that space. Yeah, I love that article from EIN Presswire. Digital collectibles market poised 17.3% growth, reaching 54 billion by 2035. Love that. Also, let's take a look at some other articles we have here. Oh, I didn't do that. I think that might be it. My DEVVE exchange. I hate it when the DEVVE exchange locks me out. I have to go back in. Do this. Gonna get. I think I have 48 people that are signed up now for the DEVVE exchange, and when that comes out, trading fees will be coming in like nobody's business. Can't wait for it. 49 people. I have 49 people that have used my referral code. Whoever's number 50. I hope you go in and get that bread. There's some giveaways here from MJE Designs for VeFriend stuff. Omar tagged me and Mr. MC1. Very nice. Very nice. There were 3.1 billion in Bitcoin and Ethereum options that did expire today. I guess that was yesterday, but today meaning. There's a Pokemon fossil museum bringing in real and fake fossils to the U.S. next year. Pokemon Fossil Museum, which compares fabricated Pokemon fossils with ancient life forms found in real-world fossils, is coming to Chicago's Field Museum on 22 May 2026. I'd very much like to go to that. Ash Crypto Real says ETH Bitcoin breakout could send ETH to 2,800. We'll see where it goes. The Middle East just joined the AI superpower chat. Trump's tech-heavy tour through the Middle East just detonated an AI landscape. Saudi Arabia and the UAE are willing to invest billions with the US, giants like NVIDIA, AWS, and AMD, to build world-class AI infrastructure. From Riyadh to Abu Dhabi, data centers are rising, powered by next-gen chips and backed by oil-rich sovereign funds. The message, the Middle East isn't just watching the AI race, they're in it. Trump reversed a Biden-era chip restriction to enable the deals, aiming to lock allies in and edge out China. Welcome to the new AI front. Strategic, Silicon Deep, and global. Sources from Wired. Good for them. Yeah, that's cool. I got a Social Blade. So he has 2.8 million views. Very nice. Let's see what we got here. Just in, President Trump says U.S. will send letters to countries for new trade deals. I think that was this morning. It was. Top 10 holder. Don't check the main chat. Solid. So there's somebody that came into the daCAT Telegram yesterday saying, I'm a top 10 holder. I don't check the main chat much, but I can tell you the whales, especially the top 10 or 20 holders, are some of the most solid I've seen in any project before. Almost all top wallets have held through the decline and continued adding, thus supporting the project. Love it. Love daCAT. You should try the 3 stinkiest foods live. Surströmming fish, rotten fish smell, durian fruit. I don't like fruit. And VeVe bouillon cheese. I'll try the fish and the cheese. I don't like fruit, but yeah, I don't know where I would get that. I would do it. I just don't know where that would come from. But yeah, I'll try that. I mean, I can't smell, so it's not going to affect. I can't do it here. It'll affect the house, but I'll do it. If I can find it at a restaurant, I totally would, and I'll do it outside the house. Again, I don't want to do it here. So I'll keep you posted. No, wait. Did you ask me this before you knew I couldn't smell? Yeah, I don't have a sense of smell. The military really, really messed me up. Chavez Media gold hats. Yeah, we'll. I got to figure out how many. Maybe we'll do 50. I'll do 50 hats, but out of the 50 hats, one will be or like 5 will be like a different color. I don't know. I don't know how much of it. I think we can get 50 sold. I mean, we'd probably get. We raise the price and say like, well, you can get something if you. Could we do raffles, and say like, hey, X amount of dollars per raffle and raffle ticket, and however many you get, however many chances you get to win a hat. We do something like I don't know. We get fun with it. We have fun with it, and that could be one of the first things we do on Chavez Media. I'll keep you posted. Where was I? Abraxas Capital has bought 23,542 ETH, worth 61.6 million on Binance today. Getting to 3K will just be a matter of time. I have a whole ass beer in me, so I have to go to the bathroom. Yeah, I have to go to the bathroom. I don't know what should I play. What type of oh gosh, I don't know. Maybe I could just scream from the bathroom, and then y'all still be here when I come back. Oh, my back, it hurts. I'm just gonna hang on the here for a second because gotta stretch the back. It's not helping. Not helping. Okay, I hung there for a second. I got a Snapchat. I don't need to see that. Oh gosh. I'll be back as soon as I can. What's it like over there in the other part of the world? What's the weather like? What have you eaten? Where do you belong? Where do you come from? Where do you go? Where do you come from? Cotton Eye Joe. Okay, I'm so sorry about that, but I am back now. But yeah, I don't know if y'all heard me in there. Do y'all remember what's that movie, Jimmy Neutron? And then the parents get like abducted, and then the kids kind of do whatever they want, and then Sheen is just like, "I'm peeing in the shower. I'm still doing it." Something about what just happened kind of reminded me. Anyway, put that up there. Put the blanket on my toesies. My feet get cold. No fun for us. We can't smell. I should invite some friends. Maybe I will, Penguin. Just grabbed Amazing Fantasy 15 common for 105 worth of OMI. Went back to Stacker and replaced the OMI I spent on my credit card. I love this game. Which one though? Hang on. Amazing Fantasy 15, but which one? Which rarity? Because I don't. Is the common going for $100? If it is, Good stuff. And I wish the VeVe app was a little faster today. It's just not. I don't know why. Okay, we're going to search. Amazing fantasy. I might have. Do I need to put 15? Oh, put 15. Okay, 134 in the market. And we'll take a look and see what they're at. Yeah, it's 129 for the common right now. 86 for the uncommon, 250 for the rare, 490 for the ultra rare, and 8K for the secret rare. God damn. That is a lot. Oh, also a buddy of mine is up to 650 million OMI now. He went a little hard. He went very hard. He went very hard and he got that bread. And he'll keep getting more. We'll keep getting more. Okay, let's go back to the rest of the news here. Binance founder CZ says Abu Dhabi is the AI and blockchain center of the world. I believe he is. Okay, let's do let's go on X and let's see what people are talking about on X. Go to my following. Taylor Hendricks says, "Oh my God, baby Taylor Hendricks! I think I'm just turned 18 here. What on earth were we doing in this business as minors?" So she's a wrestler friend of mine. She is not that I was in wrestling. I did say I'd get her on the podcast at some point, but we just haven't found the time. There was a little bit of stuff going on there. She's got to be in her. I mean, I know she's younger than me, but okay, wrestlers, please share your first wrestling promo pick. I'll go first. Okay, so that's what she was doing. I don't know if she's going for a Goku type here with the orange gi, but anyway, Paul Gold Glover Schmidt. Okay, I guess he just made a good thing. Gucci Mane singing Lenny Kravitz. That's really cool. I want to get away. George Simon says they're scared. They're losing power. It never happened to an EU member state before. Canceled elections and banning people with no legal sentence. We are winning. Carol Norwalk in Poland, me in Romania. We are two mega guys. Make Europe great again. Connected with the Trump administration, keeping the free world united. Make Europe great again. Mega, mega, mega. David Portnoy says, I've been on X a long time. I've never sensed more fear and apprehension from a fan base than I do from the Knicks fans right now. Pure fear, pure terror. That's amazing. That's hysterical. We've got Governor Greg Abbott from Texas, who is banning capital gains tax. Property cuts tax are next. This is Governor Greg Abbott, and I'm about to sign a joint resolution that will constitutionally ban a capital gains tax in the state of Texas. I got to move to Texas. Voters will vote on this to ensure that we are not going to have a capital gains tax in Texas. The next tax law that I will sign will be a tax law to reduce your property taxes in Texas. Let me go and share this. Copy. I just take a screenshot. If people would stop texting me. Okay. Let me go to. Oh my gosh, where's this group chat? I have so many group chats, guys. It's heckin' insane. Guys, we need to move to Texas. Our gains, guys, our gains. Oh shoot, I just X'd out of X. That was my fault. Okay, moving on. The digital collectibles posting. I read that before. Safari Zones. It started with a silly, crazy line of peeps. We cleared that line within an hour of the opening. Every single person at SBC at MSRP. We are still moving along. Bless them. Polls to our locals and extended locals. Talking Safari Zone, obviously a Pokemon reference. President Trump says he's willing to travel to China for trade talks with Xi Jinping. Sylvina Escudero. We do follow each other. Haven't been able to get her on the podcast as of yet. Keep y'all posted. She says, buy and hold teeth. Our dev team is full of straight up ballers. We've sent millions in the trenches, so you don't have to. This one's different. This one's got bite teeth to the. I don't know what teeth is. This is not sponsored. But I have to take a look up because this is what crypto Twitter is talking about. Okay, there's a bunch of teeth here. One has a market cap of 3,000. That's down 99%. I don't think it's that. I'm going to say it's the market cap. There's one that's 217,000. That's up 191%. There's one with the market cap 863,000. Like, why are there so many of these freaking things? Teeth the moon. Oh, okay. Hold on. Deck screener. All right, we're gonna go to deck screener. Deck screener. Okay, so they have a $217,000 market cap. They're up 200% in the last 24 hours. There's 50,000 in liquidity that's locked. That's actually not bad. I'm actually pretty bullish on that. Entry, sir, minutes ago. Let me take a look at their Twitter. Oh, it's called Scarce Teeth? Okay, that's interesting. And she posted this, and there's nobody that commented on it, which is very strange. It's just likes and stuff. So I don't know how I feel about it. But again, the liquidity is locked. There's 91,000 in volume. Pretty low. And again, it's a meme coin, so I don't think this is really anything to really fuss or worry over. I was born and raised in Texas. Out is ruining the state, and they're trying to draw people in. Was not going anywhere. Elon. Oh, gotcha. Oh, gotcha. Just saw that there was gonna be no cap gains and got excited. Disregard. Yeah. Okay, let's move on here. We've got Myra Knopfel saying, Uncanny Valley, Google is losing the search war. In the age of AI, users are skipping Google and heading straight to the source. CEO of U.com, Richard Socher, saying, if I want restaurants, I go to Yelp. I want a $20 product, I go to Amazon. I want to see what my food looks like, I go to TikTok. Search is being unbundled and Google's dominance is cracking. It's a good thing that there's so much hate for Google right now. Like, oh, they're going to lose search. Like, are they going to lose a portion of their search? Sure. But they have a lot of other things outside of search. People are really, really dropping this bag here. You got the Bill and Zombies Metaverse Adventure on the fridge. Thanks to Randy. Yes, Bill and Zombies Metaverse Adventure, 100%. Hey, Randy, I tried to send you OMI the address. Is it on? I'll send. Is it on ETH or is it on Base? Because yeah, I didn't get anything. So I'll send you one on Base. I could freaking find it. I have OMI on Base, right? I'm not tripping. Hold up. I'm tripping here. Receive, copy. And this is for OMI on Base. So Zombie, let me go to the. Well, I know you're not Zombie Doge. Are you VeVe Zombie? What the fudge is your Twitter? Zombie, what's your Twitter? All right, I typed in VeVe Zombie. Okay, all right, there we go. Actually, I don't think this is you. That's definitely not you. Okay, hang on. Zombie, can you like give me a message here over on X because I can't find you. Ben in Korea says, "Good day, Randy. Good day, Ben in Korea. Actually, I can find you on Telegram. Hang on. Where is the? Are you in the? I don't know which one you're in. Are you in the Akomi? Or are you in the VeVe Gold logo? Might be in both. I feel like you might be in both, or you're not in both. I don't know. I can't find you. And if I search zombie? If I search zombie, I don't know what I'm going to find, but we'll see. Okay. There you are, the VeVe Zombie. Shooting you a message on Telegram, the VeVe Zombie. All right, that was a lot. Took a lot longer. What's up, Ben in Korea? Thanks for being a member. Meow. I know that's why they count on the pay attention to something shiny. Fair point. I do get distracted by the shiny pretty easily. All right, detector, 15s. You want the money? Add one. Katoi. All right, Uncanny Valley. Okay, no, I just did that. Just read that one. Trump says he's willing to visit Xi in China to discuss U.S. foreign policy. Trump confirmed he's open to traveling to China to meet Xi Jinping, calling the U.S.-China relationship important. Statement aired Friday signals potential face-to-face diplomacy amid global trade friction and shifting power balances. With a second-term agenda already packed, tax cuts, drug pricing, new trade deals, Trump's willingness to go abroad suggests high-stake dialogue is on the table. Love it. BitVM might be the most important Bitcoin upgrade since Taproot, and no one's talking about it except for Build on Bob. That is what Wolf Crypto is talking about. Wolf Crypto is often very nice to me. They follow me. I love them. Casual says no filter, DGen space. Come on stage and join us. The goal is to laugh, relax, and overshare at Presley.eth. Tell a friend and like. I'm going to like that. Not care about that. Professor goes viral after performing a self-endoscopy. What the fuck? I don't. Wowie. Wee. Hey, zombie, I got it. Meow, meow, meow. Now, where you at, girl? Received. Give him some hearts. I love the zombie. Okay. What a great, great man. Okay, let's move on. Bill and Zombies Metaverse Adventure. Gotta love it. Let's see what else we got here. Oh my gosh, I clicked too far. There's an ad. Depends on what it was. If it was something he'd want to research or mull over, since already getting back to people recently. Give me one sec here. Let me take this ape token, right? Ape Kong. Ape. Like, paste this. I know you went over some stuff with him already. So this message was kind of a follow-up. Anyway, message was kind of a follow-up anyway. So May 12th, it's May 16th. It's May 16th. Oh God, Megan, what do you want? Nice. Let's continue on here. Go to my home. Pepe had his moment, and there was a new sheriff in town, and he don't ribbit, he roars. daCAT is asking for the spotlight, it's stepping into it. It's not asking for the spotlight, it's stepping into it. The meme throne just got competition. Let the echo speak. They're getting louder. Misspelled there, but that's okay. Easy A says we're onboarding millions into crypto all over the world. Requoting Yukasha Balak II. Think Easy A is a mobile app called Easy A that helps people learn about Web3 and technology through simple, quick quizzes. Users can earn NFTs and cryptocurrency while learning at their own pace, all without the need of a laptop. That's very nice. Let me ask him about this. Howdy. I go live every night for multiple hours a night. I just learned about your Easy A app. Could we work out a sponsorship deal? Should have said meow. Should have opened up with the meow. That would have been so much better. Anyway, Maro Nawful says, on the ground, my brother died in this war. I don't know who to blame. From the hills of eastern Congo, civilians speak of grief, confusion, and the silence that follows mass death. We've lost so many, you can count them. You can't count them. My brother died in this war. Who's responsible? M23, the government. I'd wait, give him the weekend. I'll nudge him on Monday also. Awesome sauce. And I'll ask, what you up to dish weekend? I love my friendos, and sometimes you gotta just ask them how they are. Oh my God, it's a baby seal. I don't know how people can club these things. I'm not gonna lie. I'm curious how it tastes, but he's so freaking cute. Oh my goodness. This is what happens in the United States when Congress pretends there's no limit on what we can spend. Uniparty's betrayed us. Time to dethrone the Uniparty. Oh yeah, yeah. It's rough out there. U.S. government spending a lot of money. Pablo CRO says every Friday get every Friday, one token will get a free listing, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at tickertrending.com. That's in an hour, so I'll probably go to that. Follow meme linked and ticker trending, like, retweet below, blow up the comments. Must verbally give a quality shill and blow our minds. I'll be like, heck yeah. I'll be there. I'll be there. Who's that? I'll be there. Oh God, it's gonna kill me now. Okay, hang on. Let me. I'll be. Is it the No, it's not the Temptations. Mariah Carey. No, there's a different. I'll be there. You and I. It's not Mariah Carey. All right, hold on. You and I must make a pact. Oh, it's a Jackson 5. I'm such an idiot. We must bring. I mean, it's 50-something years ago, but you know, such a good song. Consensus says, and away we go. Oh, maybe I should ask Dom about this. Dom Bullish Easy A says, if you are on the ground at Consensus 2025 with Easy A app this week, you'll know the only way is up. Feeling massively bullish. Mostly kid stuff. So going, so much going on my 3 late teens. My youngest having her first gallery art show this weekend. Anime cosplay is my jam. Anime and cosplay is my jam. Oh God, I gotta send some photos of myself. Let's do. Oh God, where do I go to find photos of myself? Facebook? Where am I on the Facebook? All right, photos. We're gonna have to scroll way back here. Let's go way back. Back to the. Actually, I could go in as far as New York Comic Con last year, right? I have a couple of those. I have a couple of photos of me at yeah, that's a good one. Me as Bane. Man, I was a chunky boy. Still am. Let's do. Did I dress up for San Diego? I don't think I did. All right, we're gonna exit out of there, and we're gonna have to go back several years for this. I think 2022 is one of the last ones I had. Hey, there's Dashi. We're back in 2021 now, so that's really nice. There's Alligator Loki. I did not cosplay at. All right, so fudge. Remember when someone got a tattoo of the real Randy Chavez? Crazy times, right? Crazy times. Me getting some military awards. Love that stuff. Let's did a quick search. Quick search. Oh, ex-girlfriends. Oh, love them. I'm trying to figure out where the heck my cosplay photos are, and I'm just not seeing any. Maybe am I like misremembering all of these? Like I definitely cosplayed. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We got Deadpool. I'm not going to show the Deadpool though. It kind of sucked as Deadpool that year. Okay, we're going to show Wolverine, and we're going to show Bane. I'm going to show her the Wolverine and the Bane. Did the fish finish cutting the prints as the shop didn't? They look great. Okay. New Randy Mario Pikachu PSA 10 is now $9,630 from $2,503. So that's the full art, I'm guessing, right? Could buy a lot of OMI with that. More money, more problems. What would you do? I diversify a little bit. If I had that card still, yeah, I would sell. And I'd probably split it up between DEVVE, Definity, and OMI, like a 3-way split. Or you could do, 30% on each of those. And then do 10 and 5% daCAT, 5% SHIRO. But right now and nothing's guaranteed, but the big ones that are likely to, and again, daCAT's outperforming all of them, but I would still say DEVVE, Definity, OMI, even 3-way split. Because again, you don't know what's going to run first, and yeah, put 5% into each, daCAT and SHIRO. And again, daCAT's been running like a mother flapper. But if you were going to do that into crypto, that's just what I would do. I don't know what you would do. That's up between you and the Lord. Very nice. Okay. Yeah, it's the full. I figured it was a full art. I had that entire set. Well, I had the non two full arts and then the two full arts, the Luigi and Mario Pikachu's. They were great. They were great stuff. Okay. I'm hungry. You have Legacy Tea. I don't really know who they are, but they say, the Bat Cows are a genius conception of a masterpiece when others have to make the recreation in other forms. Good job, VeVe Official. All right, making a bunch of different types of versions of Bat Cows that clearly didn't go anywhere is not the same as inventing a new version of what's already inside that everyone wants to see. So there's a little bit of a dig there at VeVe, so I had to really fight on that. But yeah, somebody else saying, I completely agree. I hadn't seen any references to Bat Cows before the minting, although there was a Reddit post about a Stormtrooper helmet anatomy from 10 years ago. Thank you, VeVe Official, for bringing this collectible to the fandoms. Gotta love it. Yeah, it does look pretty dope. It does look pretty dope. I don't know how much of that they used and they referenced in there, but we shall see. Nayib Bukele is requoting Ilan Goldafan, saying El Salvador is buying Bitcoin, or I'm sorry, you can count on the IDB, and Nayib Bukele went and requoted that. Also, the biggest development. I don't know what that means. Brain tornado emergency declared in southern Illinois. Seek shelter below. RIP. And Claritza Latina with the cosplay again of the addiction gal with the flower tattoos on her. Heckin' awesome. Sword Art Online. Survivors of Sword Art Online gather at a Gil's Dicey Cafe for an in-real-life meetup to congratulate Carito for clearing Sword Art Online. A surprise unbeknownst to him. Oh, that's nice. What else we got here? There's a lot of stuff on Easy A. Vincent Zerzolo requoting Claritza Latina. If anyone cosplayed as me, I would retweet them as well. Nicoletta Baldari says the Mandalorian #1 rate cover, and I think she's an artist. I think she's the one that did it. Comic book artist for Disney, Konami, Hasbro, IDW Publishing, Dark Horse Comics, Bow Publishing, and Netflix. So obviously people really like the stuff that she does, and I think this was really good as well. So good for her. Mac Tigers, NFT Miss AO Arts says my NFT collection a few weeks ago versus now, and now they've obviously gotten quite a bit more. Good for them. They need to work on the poll. Terribles, if liberals don't think they should have to abide by Starbucks dress code. What are they doing with the dress code? Once again, Starbucks made a big decision about our jobs without bargaining with us. This time it's a new restrictive dress code, one that we're paying for out of pocket. So we're walking out to say no more. Newsflash, making baristas wear certain shades of black doesn't make the customer experience any better. At least what we have on doesn't fix short staffing for long lines. And it certainly doesn't help with baristas dealing with understaffing, lack of hours, and low pay. They didn't tell us how to dress, expecting us to spend money on new shoes or pants just to be in compliance with the new dress code, while we're already stretched thin and starting to pay our bills as is. I don't think we can. We're flipping it. We're calling out this power grab for what it is. So I'm not going to lie. I love sticking it to the man. But they are a business, and you don't have to work there. And then they say, like, yeah, we're already stretched thin and struggling to pay our bills. So they walk out and they're not getting any hours. Like, I don't know if they've thought this through. Jay the Cool Guy, the SHIRO family here. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Smash it. Smash that like button. Smash that super thanks. Elon changed his name to Kekius Maximus. Thought that was hysterical. I love him. Trump says Joe is not one of the 90-year-olds who's perfect. You can't hide his condition. I know people here that are 89, 90, 92, 93 years old that are literally perfect, but Joe is not one of them, and they did a lot of hiding. You can't do that. They're decisions for billions and more important decisions for life. You can't have a man in that condition. Damn. Biden audio tape reveals shocking memory lapses. The audio of Robert Herr's 2023 interviews of Biden has dropped. Biden struggles to remember the words and dates, his voice slowing into long, uncomfortable pauses. The White House had the audio last year and kept it under wraps. Now it's out. That is a shame that they kept this man pretending to do this job. That is horrible. Everyone who was involved in that should be fired. Donald Trump flying into Qatar today like a boss. Rep. Brian Lawrence has caught Ramaswamy tsunami tonight with Vivek Ramaswamy, and the energy is electric. Big ideas, bold ideas, great leadership, and a vision Ohio can really get behind. Let's ride this wave to 2026. Go Ohio. House Speaker Mike Johnson on Congress stock trading ban. I have some sympathy. Look, at least let them engage in some stock trading so that they can continue to take care of their family. You know they're inside, like, no. Detroit ballpark, oh my God. Detroit ballpark worker arrested after video shows him spitting on a pizza. Bro. Oh, the comment. Food service worker was arrested for spitting on a pizza. Event took place during a Major League Baseball game between Detroit Tigers and Kansas City Royals, highlighting significant concerns about food safety and employee conduct in public venues. Worker, identified as Jalon Curley, was charged with felony food law violations, which could have led up to 4 years in prison, and a misdemeanor charge with a potential 90 days in jail. Curley was arraigned on September 25th, 2018. This is a long time ago. Ordered to undergo hepatitis screening with a bond set at $100K or 10% of that amount. Incident not only raised alarms about the immediate health risks to consumers, but also underscored broader issues of trust of food service industry. Legal perspective. This is why machines are taking over, and this is why nobody wants to. Maybe we should just keep dropping more stuff. Just keep the cash flowing in. Well, there's only so much that they can do. So probably gonna have to wait for Yoda until next May. Probably gonna have to wait for Darth Maul, Tyrannus, Sidious until next May. They really are making us wait, but you know what? It's their barbecue. It's their barbecue. Secretary Noam, Secret Service interviews Comey over post threatening Trump. Today, federal agents from Secret Service interviewed disgraced former FBI Director Comey regarding a social media post calling for the assassination of President Trump. Guys, you can't be doing that. Continue to take all measures necessary to ensure the protection of POTUS Trump. That is bananas. Guys, that is, oh God, that is awful. The world respects President Donald Trump. The left calls it pandering. It's not pandering. We just know it better than the United States. Yeah, fall in line with the U.S. Sorry, the meme is great. Trump says Middle East leader asked me to help. The Palestinians are starving. One of the 3 great leaders I saw 2 nights ago said to me, please help the people, the Palestinians. I said, other than the obvious, what do you mean by that? He said, they're starving, and he meant it with his heart. They're starving. So I've already started working on that. Good. Get food to the people. Get food to the people. Let's look at this Tomb Raider cosplay. That's great. Let's go over to my For You page over on X, and let's see if that has anything positive. Someone named VeVe Mouse says, hey, VeVe official, it's unfair that the top collectors with my same points will get collectibles just because they're richer. Please reward the top 200, 250 collectors with collectibles also for a level playing field. I am scoring perfect score each day. Do not make VeVe unfair. I'm doing the same work as other collectors, but just because they are rich, you cannot make a challenge unfair to the rest of us. Please, I request to keep the challenge fair for all. He tags everyone in it. Somebody says, your points are valid, and I hope that you are heard. I think VeVe underestimated the competitive determination of the family. Top collectors should be rewarded, so the tie-breaking rules do make sense. Please don't get discouraged and go for the perfect score. VeVe Mouse says, yeah, I will go for the perfect score, but maybe just this challenge. If they are going to keep it unfair, I'm not interested. VeVe is going down, and rather than doing good, they are bringing bad ideas. Really want a fair platform. I think it'll be a fair platform. Tammy will be home soon. Very nice. I've been streaming for 2.5 hours. And we got a new comment coming in from Tammy. Oh, what's going on? How's it going, girl? I was just talking about you. All good things. All good things. I hope you're not driving, Tammy. We have a VeVe OMI, my homie, says no communication on the OMI during the community update. The transparency is the new soon. I understand. And I wish they would have said something, because that when you don't give a taste, people go crazy. They think that they abandoned the token. They think, and obviously anyone that really thinks about this for more than a couple of minutes, they're like, okay, that was silly. Of course they haven't abandoned the token. Oh God. Why does she look like Android 19? Oh, please, somebody put Android 19. Oh, I'm going to put Android 19. Or is it Android 20? Hold on. I'm going to be so... I'm going to get banned off Twitter. Guys, I'm going to get banned. But you know what? It's going to be worth it. Worth it. Okay, moving on. Kekius Maximus says this is the end of humanity, if not reversed, saying birth rates are plummeting, the global population is collapsing. People got to be having more babies. Don't look to me, because I'm not freaking doing it. I do not like babies. I do not like toddlers. I don't even like most kids. When you get to age like 8 or 9 and you could like video game with them and you could roughhouse them, yeah, cool. Call me Uncle Chavez. But for the kid, I can't do it. I can't do the like. I will. Nope. Thankfully, hopefully, there's no little Chavezes out there, or if they are, hopefully they're like 15 by now. Shout out to Kaki Gaijin. That is now level 66. We love that man. Rock says, Becker, don't ignore me. Just look at me a little. Shiro isn't noise, it's narrative, and it's coming. Kryptoni says, I heard from a little bird that there will be a VeVe freak off in Las Vegas. Bro, what? Oh, God. VeVe freak off in Las Vegas. Let me go on and give some laughs over there, because that was funny. That was funny, Kryptoni. That was funny. We got that was from 7 hours ago. VeVe Digital Collectibles has the first appearance of the Thunderbolts. Witness the introduction of America's new premier superhero team. Can the Hulk withstand their assault? And why are they attacking the Jade Giant in the first place? The release features VeVe exclusive rare and ultra rare covers by Mike McCone and Chris Sotomayor. Alpha 1. Marvel's Incredible Hulk number 1962, number 449 drops in blind box on Thursday, May 22nd. And go and give them a cool. These look really good for 62 comics. Cool. Give them a cool. Danny's started to listen, but server sucks where I'm at. Okay, coolio. Yeah, get on the Wi-Fi, girl. Memezilla says that here we go. daCAT again is the reigning champion. I haven't voted in forever because I keep forgetting to. But next time, baby. United Healthcare CEO purchased 25 million worth of shares. Oh, this is an ad. Never mind. Hesse.base.eats says this is good vibes only checkpoint. If your vibes aren't good, please keep scrolling. Love that. Oh, maybe you put an ad on here today as well. Let's check. I don't think at this point. What is this? Oh, the download. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, let's check VeVe's. Let's check their sales now, because their sales would have been from 7082, right? Okay, so 72. Shoot, 7082. I'm gonna get some food after this. I'm hungry. Minus 1857. Minus 998. Okay, nice. Minus 451. Minus 273. Minus 81. 34K. 34. It went from 33 to 34K. Very nice. Very nice. How much? All right, let's keep it going. Oh, where'd my X go? Okay. People giving death threats to Nancy Mace. That is harsh. Kexius Maximus says South Africa has now passed 142 laws forcing discrimination against anyone who is not Black. Even though that Kekius Maximus was born in South Africa, the government will not grant Starlink a license to operate simply because I am not Black. This is a shameful disgrace to the legacy of the great Nelson Mandela, who sought to have all races treated equally in South Africa. Wild. Some of Kaki Gaijin's spaces are really heckin' cool. Kaki Gaijin is one of the most awesome people here to have built stuff in the VeVeverse. We love his stuff. And we'll get him on the podcast at some point. Oh, we have a little bit of media coverage for Blackpink over here. VeVe and YG Entertainment are releasing the final batch of Blackpink digital collectibles in advance in the band's reunion world tour. The upcoming drop marks the third and last part of Blackpink concert finale series, which will become available exclusively through VeVe on 18 May 2025. Fans will have the opportunity to secure limited edition Blackpink digital items for a 3-day window, as any unsold merchandise will be permanently withdrawn from circulation on 22 May at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The companies state that after the unsold items are removed, only those purchased will remain in existence, which is expected to enhance both the rarity and desirability of these collectibles. The time-limited nature of the offer is anticipated to appeal strongly to both collectors and Blackpink fans. The collaboration follows the earlier Blackpink and VeVe releases, which reportedly saw thousands of digital items sold and widespread engagement from the group's international fan base. The continued demand has prompted this final series position to coincide with Blackpink's live return after a multi-year hiatus. The collection will include several types of digital merchandise. Among these are tour wardrobe series pieces, special solo collectibles for each band member, Jisoo, Jennie, Rosé, and Lisa, highlighting their Born Pink World Tour outfits and signature poses. Fans can also collect Neon Light series items displaying the members' names, as well as diorama series sets offering digital recreations of backstage spaces, including recording and dance studios, glam rooms, and green rooms. Completing all 4 diorama collectibles unlocks a digital concert stage diorama. The lineup is rounded out with the Lightbox series, presenting a digital Blackpink sign. All collectibles are being distributed in blind box format, meaning buyers do not know which specific item they will receive until the collection. No, that's wrong. That's wrong, because you can go in and you because some are $10, unless they mean that if you go for a common version versus an uncommon. VeVe, why do you keep signing me out? What the fudge? I hate that. Turtles says, Randy, you are a content creating machine. I went for 4 hours last night, 2.5 hours in right now. Ethereum is down 5% in the last, down to under 2,500 now. O'Malley's saying, hey, everyone, have a great weekend. Have a great weekend, everyone. Yeah, I'm going hard over here. Let me do, let's go to the Blackpink stuff here, because I know they're not all blind boxes. So that was either a, okay, so like if you go for a common, like you'll get one of, like you don't know which one you're going to get, but it's not like you pay a specific price and you don't know if you're going to get a common or uncommon secret rare. It's only like it's $9.99, it's $10, and you know you're going to get a common. $15, and you know you're going to get an ultra rare, and $20 for the rare, $25. So all of these are just different prices. Severe Thunderstorm. Oh man, I was going to get pizza. Who is this dude? Do I know this guy? Oh, SHIRO Nico. Meow. Want to be in the comic? Yeah. Meow. Okay. Let's continue on. Speaking about the ongoing partnership, Justin Yang, who's the CEO of VeVe Korea, says we've had an incredible experience immersing ourselves in the world of K-pop through this series. From day one, our goal is to expand what digital merchandise can mean for fans. Blackpink's passionate global fan base has proven that virtual collectibles can bring people closer to the artists they love in entirely new ways. The interactive nature of digital collectibles aims to provide new ways for fans to show their support. By integrating AR technology, VeVe is seeking to bridge the gap between digital ownership and traditional fan activities, such as concert attendance and sharing memorabilia with others. VeVe's initiative to offer time-limited digital merchandise reflects a broader trend in the entertainment industry where streaming, live touring, and merchandising continue to be augmented by digital fan experiences. The company states that it seeks to allow fans to connect with their favorite artists through not just music and live performances, but also by collecting and cherishing exclusive digital keepsakes. The Blackpink concert finale collectibles will only be available until early 22 May 2025. At the close of the 3-day event, any items that remain unsold. So this is a pretty nice press release that they have over here. from Future 5 New Zealand via Justin Y, who is the Justin Yang is the CEO of VeVe Korea. Bro, Thunderbolts was Thunderbolts was so good. Really, really love them. Jump through all the zoo. Meow. Okay, very good. And we have a little bit of Definity buy here. It's a very small amount, $268, but every little bit counts. Every little bit helps. So that was the VeVe Korea news. Very nice that they have that. I read the EIN Presswire one. I read this stuff. So now, okay, so VeVe has hired someone recently. You have a campaign manager for comics and a lifecycle lead that is still up there. However, it wasn't that long ago that they had a technical artist that they were hiring for, and now the technical artist is gone, meaning that they have hired the technical artist. I love that. Million.base.e says, honored to be a protector of base. Gotta love this, man. Ow. Yeah, why hasn't VeVe Official set up an official merch store? Any potential sales unrealized, easy money and marketing from VeVe found basically no cost to the company. Another bad idea from Stupid Robot. Beep boop boop bop. Yeah, they should definitely have their own merch store. Oh, Silverada, I have no idea who you are, but level 69. Nice. Love that. Oh, you got Grogu trying to hang up the photo of that. That is adorable. That is so freaking cool. I love that. Shout out to Ed Feely for always doing that type of stuff. But I did talk about the fridge tonight, and obviously VeVe Zombie and Bill Gardner's Metaverse. Actually, what is it going to be freaking called? Hang on. I have it in Telegram, I think. Bill and Zombie's Metaverse Adventure is going to be on the fridge for the first like 2 months. They're great. We love them. And anyone that wants to give me $50 in ETH, no super chats. We're gonna do it in ETH. I'll put my ETH address down below. One of them down below. Where's my ETH over here? I'm going to receive, copy, and we are going to go to the live chat. And on the live chat, we're going to send that. I'm going to paste it. So link down below to that. So if you want to send it there, ETH there, you go in $50 per month to get on the fridge. But if you want to send me OMI, it was only $40 a month to be on the fridge, in which case you can go and do that. Penguin Colado says, what do you think about the Blackpink drop? There must be a reason why so many in large edition size, concert marketing, South Korea onboarding. I don't know why there's so many of them. Maybe it's like a future lesson, be like, hey, when they don't buy these and these become super scarce, they'll buy the next one. Something like that. I don't know. Like, sorry. Why does I thought that's what you were messaging about. Unfortunately, I do not speak Spanish. It's one of my it's like my one flaw. Let me get to these comments here over on Telegram. SHIRO looks great. We love the SHIRO. SHIRO is our best friend. I know. There's a thunderstorm warning. Yeah, you got me. Okay. Been on their stream a few weeks ago. Love those guys. M'Baku forever. You gotta love M'Baku. He's the greatest. Any hope for long-term member of your channel to get their name on the fridge? Yeah. I guess it'll. Well, we could do 2 ways. We could do. If it's $50 a month, then a year would be 600. So we could do, if you do 500, you get it for the year. So you get like 2 months for free. But again, if you pay an OMI, you know, $400 worth of OMI, and then, you know, you pay it through the year. So again, really, if you have 500 in ETH and you just say like, well, I already have the ETH, why would I send Chavez 500 ETH or $500 worth of ETH if I could just buy $400 worth of OMI and then just send him the OMI? And this way you get on the fridge for a year. I don't know how many of those I'll do. I think there'll be a limited amount of them. So I'll keep you posted. So, but that's for a year. And I'll be streaming at least for another year. So, you know, that's that. And I believe that the OMI on base is going to be the same address. I'm going to make sure. So OMI, receive, copy. I don't know why it says on. Hold on one sec. Yeah, I don't know why. Oh, that was the address on ETH, was it? This asset is on base, but it says my ETH. Okay, I guess it's because it's on base on ETH. I think Battle Bro, but all my extra coins in the bear. Oh no, I feel you. I feel you. Extra coins in the bear market are 100%. Do what you got to do. Oh, my friend just wanted to tell me that I like your content. Be like, thanks, fam. Appreciate it. Give him a couple of smiley faces. Got a lot of fans over there. Okay, let's do. Meow 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 meow. Let's go back to the X here and see what. That's great. Tesla goes in, or Elon Musk says, "Hey, up 48%," and is like, "Yo, Timmy, how's your day, bro?" Because Tim Waltz was like celebrating when Tesla stock was down for some freaking reason. I love Elon. So fresh and clean, I can't sell. Oh, this looks nice. That looks, that again, that secret rare looks so good. What Matt was saying, so fresh and clean, I can't sell. Looks great. While these MFers out here trying to trap you in the crap coin to use as exit liquidity, I give you Puff, $47,000 market cap, and just hit 10.4 million. Oh, I gave you Puff at $47,000 market cap. Now it hit a $10.4 million market cap. Starting on a new leg. Oh yeah, and I haven't dumped on you. Listen, Puff is obviously going to be a meme coin. Could it gain traction? Sure. Let's take a look at Puff. Let's see what it's at. What's for dinner tonight, Puff Mama? That's a SpongeBob reference. Looking for Puff with $10 million market cap. Puff with a $65 million market cap. I'm not. Yeah, these are not the same ones. These are not 10 million. It's Puffer. I don't know why they can't. All right, let me just Google or search the $ Puff and see what. Oh, it's called Puffer Finance. Okay. I just believe it's crypto. But if I search for Puff, there's nothing that's a $10 million market cap. There's 38, 38, 39. That's it. I mean, I'll go to the one that has 38 million, 1.5 million in volume, 39. 140 holders. There's no way. There's no way I'm doing that. No way I'm getting that bread. Raul Paul says, Real Vision just changed everything. New tiers, new tools, direct access to experts. We're building the ultimate platform for finance and crypto investors to connect, learn, and grow. Good for y'all. Good for y'all. Let's continue on here. Oh, I thought I saw something from Swampy number 5, and it's X made it pull a Houdini. Kaki Gaijin says, I just checked the Blackpink announcement and looked at the replies and posts. Most just want music and don't care about digital collectibles. I guess it's understandable because it could seem like a cash grab to them. But that means I get them all to myself. Hashtag VeVe, hashtag VeVe fam. Yeah, I don't even know where you go to look. Is it VeVe's? Let's go to Blackpink. Did they have their own post? I feel like they didn't. Deadlines, World Tour. Oh, well, they reposted VeVe, which is very nice. Glad to see that Blackpink reposted VeVe. So let's see what and again, Blackpink reposted it to their 10.8 million followers. And let's look at the comments. Timbo's now DMs and Adidas. That'd be cool. Miss Gecko, this does that sound. So there's a bunch of VeVe fam on there. Crypto Joe, I guess, is VeVe fam. Oh god, I missed X'd out of that by accident. Taylor is a bunch of Blackpink dropping. We have someone named Cyrod, who's a VeVe guy. This is a nice attempt on another cash grab. Digital neon lights for $25. Really? Why not include it for free with the character you buy? So your game VeVe is why everyone, including myself, lost hope. Like, if you lost hope, you wouldn't be on here talking about VeVe. Again, nobody's forcing you to buy these things. Like, you're saying, like, $25, really? Like, nobody's coming into your house with a gun to your head and say, like, buy this for $25, or else, you know, I pull the trigger. Like, that's just not happening. So if you don't want to buy it, speak with your wallet and you know, do that. Don Juan Solo talks about top, as in I'm guessing top tier. Superhero says, I hope we get Baby Monster for the next K-pop group. They're cool. Majin G just says this is an interesting switch up. Someone named JNK Fusion, which I think she has Lisa, or I was one of the people in there as a profile picture saying, like, not buying. Hello, we want a comeback. And Exploding Kitty says could be coming back. Good. Empty Omi says only 3 days to buy. This could be scarce. Drox Life is not sure what to think of this. Lots of drops this month. Exploding Kitty says, oh wow, look at the views. There's a lot of views. Comeback. Diana J Hope says comeback, and maybe one day. Alejandra says giving us nothing as always because they want to come back. I don't know what this translates to. Nobody wants to know about the doll, bro. I guess they're looking for the for the music. You have Sushi saying the freaking comeback. Yan Yan says they have an upcoming tour and y'all are still stuck in the Born Pink tour. It's been 3 years. I guess people want newer stuff for their music. Super Hit Blink gives us a couple of smiley faces. Vic for Respect Blinks is so cute. Danny says, I want a comeback. It's not a joke. So shout out to all these people commenting. And again, shout out to Blackpink Official for reposting that to their 10.8 million followers and 197,000 impressions on this. It was very nice of them to do. Very nice of them to do. I'll go for 3 hours and that'll be it. Rudy saying, what is this legend talking about Mr. Rolex that has his 8th one-of-one art? Incredible. And Gary O at 1234CA3 got a secret rare. Love that for him. Bowser says next month marks 2 official years of Brick by Brick. What started off as cool slang turned into what came to be one of the coolest ideas I've put into the space. Not only has there been over 100 spaces hosted, but the people, the community, and the networks that were built over the years, that means the most to me. Thank you guys for rocking with me. Next month marks a new beginning. Love it. Don't care about that. Memes at War says the weekend is here. Time to power up. Looks like Henry Cavill in a Memes at War suit. Jeremy BTC says, which meme coin is about to pull this? And you have SHIRO going in, and you remember SHIRO. Meow. Let me go and comment meow over there after I like it. That's a good meme coin. That is a good meme coin. But I'm going to have to make my own comment. I'm going to have to now, obviously, I've commented and liked on SHIRO stuff, but I'm going to give him a screenshot here of daCAT. And they'll say that. And I'll give him a daCAT. Be like, it looks like at daCAT token is already doing that, being up. And let's go 261% in the last 30 days. Meow, meow, meow. Gotta love that. Okay. let's move on there. There's an ad. There's Kexius Maximus. Sean O'Hare says massive sale. VeVe and Disney, and that $11,000 for the mint number 1955 partner statue. Oh, sorry, my neck hurts. And I have another space. I have to go on in 10 minutes, but I'll finish up here. What the Zuck? Meta lets scam ads flood Facebook and Instagram to protect profits. Meta reportedly allowed thousands of scam ads to run across Facebook. Hold on, who's this comment? Yeah, think about it. With Fortnite coming back soon on iOS, I still keep looking for the Disney Fortnite collab. I still think VeVe is going to be involved in the collab somehow. It might be possible. We might get it. Gun to my head, 10% chance. As the longer it keeps going and VeVe keeps thriving, maybe it goes up to 20, 30. But I mean, that's just got to be such a wonderful, such a massive thing. You know, we have no idea. But we shall see. Meta reportedly allowed thousands of scam ads to run across Facebook and Instagram, allegedly refusing to crack down and avoid losing ad revenue. VeVe Vet, I just read one of your posts before, talking about how you had 8,000 MCP points and you wanted to get to 9,000 by the end of May, and you did it by the second week of May. That is grinding. That is determination. That is conviction. Slow clap. From fake puppy sellers and bogus Spice Rack giveaways to phony bulk deals, these scams tied to Meta's platform spiked in Zelle fraud complaints at JP Morgan and beyond. Employees say fraud enforcement was deprioritized with up to 32 strikes allowed before banning. God damn. Meta denies profit-first motive, citing efforts to fight global fraud, but victims say otherwise. It feels like Meta is helping the scammers out, one said. Section 230 keeps it untouchable for now. That is insane. I hate this man. I hate him. Few Nights is breaking DMC token is visible and blue checked on Slush Wallet now. The new SUI community, where that's DeLorean Labs, and hopefully I get a little deal struck with them soon. We'll see. Orbit, aka Steve McReeve, says that a quick update and recap of what we have been looking forward to in Earth 2 EcoSim in 2025 in the future. Can't wait to start recreating materials, blocks, and building on my properties. Bill Gardner says this video is exactly why I invested in Earth 2. One of the prettiest metaverses out there. Noxukao says, bring you Luke Skywalker first appearance, year mint 2023, dropped on VeVe May 4th, 2023. This marks the first official digital appearance of Luke from Return of the Jedi. A key moment facing Darth Vader, believing there's still good in him. Love it. Unite Behind, Big Fall Bill, want to be a protector of base. Best Friends says, who rest? Oh, I love Best Friends Animal Society. Gotta love them so much. Pope Leo, I don't know what Pope is, declared that the family is founded on the union between a man and a woman. I feel like he's the Pope. He's probably supposed to say that. Something is brewing. My brother, share. You watching me live right now? Me live right meow. Been going for almost 3 hours. I'll tell him in a second. California Comics says, if you know, you know. This is the way. I'll give a call when I'm done in 7 minutes. Yeah. All right, let's keep it going here. Yeah, Bitcoin Magazine saying that, fun fact, in 2010, the website that would give away 5 Bitcoin per visitor for free, that 5 Bitcoin is now worth 518,000. That is insane. 2010, there was a website that would give away 5 Bitcoin per visitor for free. Oh my goodness. That is bananas. Could you imagine, guys? You have Dan Collect saying, I've been experimenting with shorts lately, and I have to say there's still a lot of room for improvement. This is one of the latest shorts that he uploaded on his YouTube channel. Link in the bio. Talked about Disney. Talked about VeVe. Oh, I saw this one. It's actually really cool. You get a bunch of the golden moments out there. You get Timon and Pumbaa. Get the ducks. You get the Beauty and the Beast ones, the Chippendale ones. Very, very nice. Right? We got to give him his flowers. Give him a like. Nancy May says, we know a future boss when we see one. Receive these heartwarming clips. Oh, it's a girl cosplaying as Nancy Mace. It's adorable. Love Nancy Mace. I can't wait to get her on the podcast at some point. Actually, almost 500,000 followers. She is following 4,200 people, and I am one of them. We've known each other for a while, though. Let's keep on going for another 5.5 minutes, and then I have to bounce. Tornado, Sui Insider says, do you believe Sui will flip Cardano this year? Who knows? A lot of stuff out there. OMI Veteran says, OMI Daily Situational Report. There's an ad. Love them. Terrible says, inside the 3-day alpha male camp to turn you into a real man for the low price of $18,000. I feel like anyone in the military could go in and charge a course like this and be like, yeah, give me $18,000. I'll 100% do. Yeah, goddamn. And again, I love that VeVe has been focusing on ads. I think that really helped them because again, they grossed $100-something thousand the other day. They grossed $34,000 today with their. I think the ads are working, or they're not, and the people are just having more money, and people are on the app anyway. Yeah, the hair father saying helmets are superior to cowls. Altcoin Daily says Eric Trump says crypto will destroy banks like J.P. Morgan and Chase. I agree. Some Doge Millionaire says, it's awesome to see my friend Borovic being a news anchor on A47 News Network. You will also see my digital twin soon reporting live on A47 Coin. Very nice. Gotta love him. Society is doomed. Is there an OMI city? What? Kryptoni says, got 2 of these on the drop. The favorite one, I think this is the rare. That is the rare from that girl, Nicoletta Baldari. Love her. Honestly, the elderly. Yeah. Good for you, Crypto Junkie Princess. Good for you. Pro tip from Eddie Brown, YouTube Shorts creators. Sure, big flashy text help with the views, but let's be real. It was those fire Star Wars helmets on VeVe that stole the show. These do look really nice. And I love YouTube Shorts. I love TikToks. My attention span is trash now. Keep playing hard. Shots will start failing. Okay, I don't care. Hunji82 says, hit the ultra rare and the secret rare from today's drop. Felt obliged to complete the sets. Total cost $38 to complete both sets. Good for them. And then you have Stephen Duarte says, nice. Sadly, I will never know that feeling. I don't know who the Hunji is, but they blocked me. I don't know why I'm seeing their post. Maybe because Stephen Duarte had commented on that. And who Rising Star says, Gambit said it's hot in South Carolina. He had to stop by Pelicans to grab something cool for VeVe Official. And then he tags a whole bunch of people on there. I thought that was pretty dope. And then we'll do one more quick follow of the people who I'm following over on X. Millie says, what would be a perfect VeVe X Star Wars drop PFP look like? I think that would be really cool. That'd be fun. What is he getting into? Millie says, Lucasfilm could create a collection of 1,000 unique Darth Vader mask NFTs, each a PFP with traits inspired by Star Wars lore and Vader aesthetics. Traits that could include a helmet finish, glossy, matte, battle damaged, background Death Star. Accessories are lightsaber glow, uncommon, Imperial crest, the Force Lightning. Force Lightning would be dope. Everyone would want that. Some interesting ideas, Millie. Keep it up. Terrible says, never forget. Remember when they tried to defeat respiratory virus by preventing people from exercising outdoors? Yeah, that was heckin' wild. That was heckin' wild when the government did that. Nancy Mace delivers blistering impact statement, shakes hand of trans suspect's father after bond is denied. That is wow. Okay. Good for her for not seeing that. Says Samuel Kane's father shook my hand and apologized, although it wasn't his fault. As a mom, my heart breaks for his family, but my children's safety comes first. Pray Samuel Kane finds God as he faces the consequences of his actions with the full force of the law. I'll be praying for his family. Jeremiah 24:7 saying, I will give them a heart to know me, that I am the Lord. They will be my people, and I will be their God, and they will return to me with all their heart. That was very nice, Nancy. Okay, moving on here. Being Real With You had requoted or reposted comments in Crypto Sales talking about him. That $11,000, very nice. George Simon says, our movement is promoting peace. They don't want peace. Says, I'm a big supporter of NATO. It's the greatest military alliance in history. Opposing the unelected bureaucrats in Brussels. I'm opposing the industrial military complex that wants to provoke destruction, deaths of innocent people. Me and Callan and our movement is promoting peace. They do not want peace. Those are some fighting words. Being Real With You says, I really appreciate Sean and Spencer from Comics and Crypto, including my 1955 VeVe official Disney Partners purchase in their live stream today. So thankful to have been able to acquire a grail of this magnitude. Thank you to so many others for the messages and DMs of congratulations. Forever, $, #VeVeFam. And then you have right now, the OMI homies, Max and Janie are live. I'll probably be going somewhere next. Andor was not a snooze fest. Anyway, that'll be it for me. Everyone, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Father. Everyone say bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. Sorry. Listening to a lot of chop suey.